All right, folks. We're gonna be running. Who running? Right. That was fast. Let's check the video. A lot of news out here today, folks. Holy crap! From K's cheating his death, like Michael Jackson, and probably others. Who knows? We're running into a bunch of stuff, but how many people thinks we've got artificial earthquakes? How many people think that earthquakes are fracking? And how many earthquakes do you think is real earthquakes? Anybody know? Anybody smart out there besides me? Because I'm getting tired of being the only one that's smart here. I like to teach y'all something. All right. Anyone? No? Anything? Okay. Well, this is what I found out, and you're going to be blown away. You're literally going to be blown away with California. You've been set up to die. Okay? You've been set up to die. You took the Bible out, and the 13 world bankers want you to die for doing it. They believe in God, believe it or not. How about that one? They think they're God. How about that one? You took the Bible out, so they're doing what the Bible said. This is what's going to freak you out, folks, and I've got all night. If you heard about Ritz crackers, peanut butter Ritz crackers having problems, I've got news for you. Dabo 777 is lying. And I'll tell you why. I went to Walmart today and asked them, hey, is there anything wrong with our Ritz crackers? This is when I found out Dabo 777 is nothing but a liar and a complete idiot for saying this. They said no. No call outs. In Ford cars, no call outs. I heard there were going to be call outs on Ford. Dabo 777 is a CIA operative, folks. If you go to his channel, he's always sending out videos every hour for a minute or 2 minute long videos just to get more subscribers and make you think that he's real. He's talking about, okay, this is how I know an EMP attack is not going to happen, folks. He's lying about that. He's not a Christian, folks. The EMP attack will be an asteroid hitting the satellites. The satellites are the ones that's running the power on your house and the internet and the computers and all that. That's how the Facebook and YouTube goes out, folks. Whew. Sorry it took so long. I had to talk to some customers, and I had to talk to an old friend of mine that I have not seen since junior high. And I believe she's watching. I don't know if she is or not. She said she was going to. Christy Edwards, hello. Thank you for subscribing for both channels. Y'all are supporting the troops that's homeless. Like, all of our troops are homeless. It's sad. And Trump is supposed to be taking care of it, and he has not done it yet, as we're heading to the second year of the presidential race coming up. Now, this is what they're going to do to get him back in office. They're going to legalize pot, folks. When they legalize pot, they're going to poison you with it. I think I said this before. I'm going to say it again. You fall for the government's trap, I'm going to laugh in your face. Because this is what they're doing now. My friend just had back surgery. He had insurance from the government. They took him off and said, hey, he's had 7 surgeries now. They said, hey, why don't you go to work injured? Knowing we can't go to work injured. I'm injured and they don't help me out. So you telling me that y'all believe everything that the government's doing? Come on, guys. Look, we're in debt because they want to party and make bombs and military vehicles and pay the military minimum wage. Yeah. When you sign that piece of paper, you're not getting 70,000 a year like they thought. It's a complete lie. Okay. Well, without further ado, I'm going to go into the game designs. We'll talk about the news at the same time. Bailey versus my game design, Caitlyn. I created Caitlyn. I created Kimberly. That's DDP's wife. I created Layla. And I created Liv Morgan as the Riot Squad of the WWE. I created Sarah Logan. That is the Riot Squad. It would be cool to see both of them to be in the against each other. But the Gold Rush WWE United States Women's Championship I created. This is the first. I did this for the women that we could have a women's United States Championship. Who would ever thought of that? Stephanie McMahon and Vince McMahon ain't even thinking about it. They're thinking about garbage. But I did hear a good thing, okay? The women, breaking news, the women are getting the tag team championships for the first time. It's about time. If you're going to have women, you need to have women on both sides. Hey, give them a hardcore championship. Let's see how tough they are. If they want to do the men's wrestling, get them a hardcore championship. Let's see how they are. Because they're already doing cage matches and Hell in a Cell matches and ladder matches. Why don't they do it? Why not? Let's see how tough they are. I think they need to because you got the tough one, Ronda Rousey, which I keep on hearing she's not staying. That was just a clickbait to get Fox to buy them out. But yeah, this is the new WrestleMania arena that is not even on the game until next year that I created. I hope y'all enjoy. I don't understand why they did Louisiana again. Why don't they go to Bear Bryant? Bryant-Denny Stadium, over 200,000 people can go into that stadium. Easy. Easy, folks. There's over 100,000 seating. Just think about it. From the football field all the way up to the seating would be 200,000, folks. Easy. Vince, if you're hearing me out, if you want to make some money, come to Tuscaloosa. Nick Saban is the richest man, richer than you are. Okay, buddy? You and him needs to meet. This is going to be a Hell in a Cell match. But, without further ado, I want y'all to hear this idiot, Dabu777. And Pompey, I'm tired of hearing about you. You're an idiot, a complete idiot. You did not do what we wanted you to do. North Korea is not getting rid of their missiles. That's where the bombs are going to come from the West Pacific Ocean. And that's how the earthquakes are going to happen, folks. Y'all need to wake up. Wake fast. Fast and the Furious, like Paul Walker would say. Ride or die. All right. We're going to the news. And I'm sorry, Pompey, you're an idiot. That's all I have to say. Anybody that believes in this American bullshit is an idiot. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. Y'all are being lied to. Paul Begley, why are you talking about Hillary Clinton in her house coat? That's disgusting. All right, here we go. Is JFK Jr. alive? Did they stage their death? Yes. He's Q and R A9. Okay? Along with Jared Kushner, you got Carson, you got Cruz, you got everybody. Obama, the Clintons, the Bushes are the QA9. They're playing y'all, folks. Every president is working together because they're rich and they want to take out the poor. Here you go, folks. Enjoy.
Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video
Well, let me turn it up.
Insane. I don't even know what word to use because there's not a word that fits what I just put together. And if someone else put this together before, I apologize for not giving you credit. I couldn't find anyone that connected these specific.
Dude, I've been knowing it for 3 weeks now, or actually longer than that. But hey, we all work together. I don't know who you are, but I have a lot of credit for you, man. His name is on his YouTube channel. He's got 7,000 subscribers. The Mile High Podcast. I guess he's from Colorado. He's on it, man. He's on it. He's just like me. Raynon, okay, Ranon has appeared on 8 channels. What did he say? Here we go. Enjoy. And by the way, if you want to subscribe to this guy, it's easy. The Mile High Podcast. Here you go. Enjoy.
My name is Angel. I am the founder of the Mile High Podcast.
Yeah.
You can find me on YouTube, any social media platform, just look for the Mile High Podcast. But I'm going to get right to the point. So on Infinity Chan, let me just make this bigger real quick. Make this smaller. Put this up here. Put this down here. Bear with me here just a minute. This is crazy information, guys. Crazy information.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so now we move
It is good information.
So let's go over to Infinity Chan. So on Saturday, we had a post, and it is what you're seeing here. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it. So an Anon posted this picture of JFK Jr. and Donald Trump. And here's what it says if you can't see it. I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Let's zoom.
It's on my Facebook if you want to see it. On both of my Facebook.
There we go. That should help out a little bit. Let me,
Looks just like him.
In 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on. First to the Bilderbergs. Then he caught on the NASA.
Mm-hmm.
He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with one person in this world whom I know was honorable enough to trust, and we began to build a plan. Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you could not sleep. Many of you could never go on. You need each other. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. That is how we grow. There is no more room in the plan for arrogance and self-importance.
He's right.
If you turn one way, you've hurt the plan.
He's right.
If you hurt the plan, you'll be left behind. We are watching. We see it all. For that matter, you never believe where they are kept. Prepare for the next phase. Prepare each other. You are one. And where we go one, we go all are. So instead of Q, this time we...
Okay, first of all, our documents are set in actually 3 places. Russia, China, and Area 51. Okay? He didn't know that. That's fine. I'm going to tell you straight up. They know where you're at all times. Does not matter if you take a bathroom break and you're sitting there talking on the phone. They know what you're doing. Okay? Thought you might want to know that before you even think what I know.
Get R. So this led to Anons right away, saying that this makes them believe that Q is possibly JFK Jr. or some sort of connection there. So Q, as you guys know, is the 17th letter in the alphabet. Now, these guys that are in the elite, whether they're good or bad, they all like to use numerology. That's why you see, Q connected as the number 17. So I did some back research. I don't even want to say back research. I just did the numerology of JFK's name, which is John Fitzgerald Kennedy. And as you can see here, using the numerology system, which is highlighted right here, let me make that a little bit bigger. It's right here. If you don't know what numerology is, it's very simple. Google it. But this is the system that is used, as you see right here. So using that, you add up each letter. Each letter has a numerical value, and then the total value of that word is the, numerology or the gematria or the value of that word. Every word, every name has a numeric value to it. So the numeric value of John is 20. So keep that number in mind, okay? 20. The numeric value of Fitzgerald is 54. Okay, so we got 20, 54. And the numeric value of Kennedy is 33. Okay, so how this works is let me see if it'll let me do a chalkboard here. Bear with me here. Let's see here. Oh, I don't want to do plugin store.
33 means he has the 33,000 emails on Clinton. Now, like I said, they've been friends for so many times, a long, long time, folks, the Clintons and the Trumps. And what did I say the couple of days ago? Trump and the Clintons wants to get rich together. Y'all, I really don't think you're going to see the Trump arresting the Clintons or the Obamas or the Bushes, folks. I really don't. You might act like you're seeing it on fake news. Oh, breaking news. They have arrested all of the presidents. And then they act like they put them in Guantanamo Bay, like I said. And then they put them underground in them $2.3 million underground houses. Just telling you guys, y'all been fucking lied to.
Actually, it doesn't matter. We don't got to do that. But so in the end, you do 20, which is the numeric value of John, which equals to 2, because 0 has no value. There's not a 0 letter in the alphabet, or there's no letter in the alphabet that's represented by the value of 0. So John equals 2. Fitzgerald comes out to 54, correct? So what you do is you take the 5 and you add it to the 4. So that equals 9. So, and then the last one, which is Kennedy, his last name, is 33. So 33 equals 6, because 3 plus 3 equals 6. So the final numeric values of JFK's names, for John, it's going to be 2. For Fitzgerald, it's going to be 9. And for Kennedy, it's going to be 6. So 6 plus 9 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. Do you feel me here?
Yep.
What is 17? 17 is represented by the number Q, Q is represented by the number 17. So Q equals 17, 17 equals Q. Do you understand what this means?
Yes.
John Fitzgerald
Yes.
Kennedy equals out to Q as well,
Yep.
or 17. So now let's go back over here to this screen where, he tags his post signed by R. So how does that make any sense? Well, I'll tell you how that makes all sense. Because JFK Jr., if you add, so we already agree and understand that JFK
Thanks for the like.
17. That is the numeric value for JFK. Okay? The full name, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, is 17. So if you add Junior or JR to that numeric value, JR has the total value of 10. So if you add 10 to 17, you don't add the 0 because there's no value to 0. You add just a 1. So 17 plus 1 equals R.
Yep. R.
JFK Jr. might have faked his own death.
We know he did. Now.
And this post is a fucking portal into that reality, if that is even possible. But the numerology behind it is 100% there. and it makes perfect sense. If you watch my video on Q's post from 2017, where he's talking about what is it? It was what was it? Red. What was it? Let's see. Let me find out.
Red something?
Just by going here, QAnon. Red.
That was my Armageddon arena. I'm sorry.
Come on, baby.
Interesting, isn't it, folks? I've been lied to. Complete lied to.
Well, I'm not gonna find it, and that's kind of going sideways already. But
JFK had something to do with 9/11 too.
Q research. So to end this video,
Prize.
it's kind of hard to wrap my
Alright.
finger around it because it makes too much sense, and my mind is blown. Not gonna lie. But again,
I'm not.
numerology to Q
That'd be
is represented
surprising
by
to
the
me no
number
more
17.
shit.
The numerology to John Fitzgerald Kennedy is represented by the number 17. The numerology of Junior or JR is represented by 1. So 17 plus 1 equals R. JFK Jr. is alive.
Yep.
That is my video.
Ding.
Tell me what you guys think. If someone else already found this or pointed this out, please let it be known.
No, you did great,
Because,
man.
I'm not here to fucking say, this is all my shit.
No. We all did it as a
Credit.
team.
But I did do my due diligence, and I looked to see if anyone specifically pointed out the numerology connection, and I couldn't find it. So that is my video. Spread this if you believe that there's a connection there. I wasn't going to do more political stuff or do any more political videos or anything like that, but this is beyond politics and what's going on in the mainstream media.
No, it's way ahead.
It's way beyond that. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments, and I hope
This is Tupac stuff.
this doesn't freak you guys out. But we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be a crazy week this week, and especially tomorrow. Something might happen tomorrow. You can just tell by the change of energy. But that's for a different podcast and a different video. You guys have a great day. Where we go, one, we go all. JFK Jr.
Wow. So everything is really, really heating up now. As everything that I have been saying, that means I'm 26-0 in stories this year, and still trolling, just tracking everything as a hurricane. I'm a hurricane. That's all I got to say. You're not going to stop me. And I'm on it. I'm on it. Now, this story comes out of Ohio. Somalia fears spark of Ritz crackers call out. I think he's a liar because I'm eating Ritz crackers, peanut butter crackers. That's not going anywhere, folks. Not going anywhere. And I just talked to Walmart, and Walmart said the guy is lying. So there you have it, folks. Do not believe everything you hear on the internet. That's why I'm here, to tell you the truth, that the Ritz crackers are good. But if they do anything with Ritz crackers, that means they're out of food, which that's coming. If they keep on getting mad at Russia, we won't have no food because they've been giving us a lot of their food. All right, here we go.
There's a little folder next to you. Pick that up. Take a look.
This is Dabu7. A heads up here in terms of Ritz crackers. Seems like it's always something every time we turn around.
Bullshit.
In terms of these outbreaks, this time salmonella fears sparked as this massive recall goes into motion across the United States and Puerto Rico. Now they're warning customers not to consume some of their popular products over fears that they have been contaminated with that harmful bacteria known as salmonella. So they're recalling over a dozen different snack lines.
We're calling them right.
Mondelez Global has issued a recall of packages of Ritz and Ritz Bits across U.S., Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that
Maybe
food
in other
items contain
countries.
a whey powder, which the supplier is now withdrawn due to the potential presence of salmonella.
That's boo.
So this can cause a lot of effects, stomach pain, diarrhea.
You got diarrhea coming out of your mouth,
family
liar.
attack and weaken the immune system. So wanted to get the word out there, let it be known. I'm sure there's a ton of people that got Ritz crackers out there on the shelves.
Yeah, I got them right now in my hand.
Might
Idiot.
want to think twice at this point, at least at this point in time, while this is in motion. I'll leave a link down below, and I'll update if I hear of anything else. And for those that missed it last time, we had a big recall on the Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks, right. I have Honey Smacks
So,
in the
another
store
one.
right now, idiot.
It's been Dabu 7. Peace.
Yeah, peace. This idiot is an idiot, folks. Seriously. He's been calling for EMP attacks, blackouts for years, and we still haven't seen a blackout. And he wants you to lose your money. He wants you to have the chip. He keeps on talking crap. He keeps on talking about the Hoover Dam. Guys, if we run out of water, it's because of the terrorists cutting off the water. It's because of the World Banks that cuts off stuff. Okay? It would be China that would do it. But China's not even concerned about us right now. Guys, we're not even close for the end time yet. And I'll tell you why. Until they tear up Damascus, we're not going anywhere. Okay? We're not. They're getting ready for some artificial asteroids, which now I will say this. There is a comet that is bigger than Texas that is real. They just went right between Venus and the sun the other day. Remember, our planets have lined up, so it kind of did like a football field goal. It's good. And we seen some like radar detection on that. But they are making volcanoes, earthquakes blow up. This is what I found out, okay? And I just told Amy this. Amy, if you hear me, we work together on this. But the volcano is going to erupt the same day as the earthquake happens, folks. And I'll tell you why. This makes sense. They want to depopulate the country and the world. We're supposed to only have 55 million people on Earth. In the United States. That's in the Georgia Guidestones. Okay. Now, they're playing God with the weather. The tornadoes in Iowa. Unbelievable pictures I'm going to put on Facebook tonight. And I hope and pray that my rivalry, Dustin, and his family is okay. Even though he don't like me, it's nothing about liking anybody. It's about coming together when stuff like this happens. So, this is what I got to say. Quit fighting against each other and work together as a team. We're running out of time. Okay, retired Marine speaks out. Future of QAnon, which we already know the future. Because we already figured out who Q is. So he's disappearing. Alright, here we go. Enjoy.
Greetings, my friends, my neighbors, my fellow patriots, and truth seekers worldwide. How are you guys doing today on this beautiful 21st day of July 2018, Saturday afternoon? Everybody's relaxing, everybody's chilling, watching YouTube videos, watching Netflix. Well, I hope you boycott Netflix.
Me too.
Oh, Netflix took a big downturn, boy, when they brought on old Barack Hussein Obama and his lovely wife, Michael. Yeah,
Michael.
Netflix had their first losing quarter in
Michael.
years, and I hope they go under. Friends, listen, this may very well be the most important video I've ever done. And I'll tell you why, because I'm going to reveal some information to you today. Some of you may already know it, some of you may have figured it out, but I doubt it. I doubt that there's very many of you out there that truly understand what's going on. And I don't say that in any way, shape, or form to sound braggadocious or to sound like I'm a know-it-all. I know stuff that y'all don't. The only thing that I bring to the table that a lot of folks can't is time. You know, I spend most of my time during the day doing research, reading, studying, trying to get to the bottom of what's going on here because it's extremely convoluted. And, you know, thank God for QAnon. Thank God that QAnon came on the scene last fall and gave us encrypted or cryptic information that we could.
All right, former Marine, whatever your name is, this is where I tell you we thank God for God, not for QAnon, because JFK is a joke. JFK is a pedophile. Okay? I don't care what you think. All I know is we've got evidence that you're a pedophile, and if you believe in this guy, you're a pedophile too. The reason I came on here to tell you this, I stood up for you, retired Marine. That's what you say, retired Marine. Steve, right? Is that your name? Steve-O or Steve Motley? Steve Motley Crew. All right, we're going to call you the Motley Crew. QAnon is Jared Kushner. The Kushner family. The Trump family. And JFK. Along with Ted Cruz, Obama, the Clintons, the Bushes. All of them are together, folks. They're all together. They're all together. They have not arrested nobody yet. Trump has lied. This is how I found out. Yeah, we got taxes cut coming, all right. Next year, you're going to get the chip. That's your tax cut. Your tax will be the next in 5 months. The gun confiscation starts in December. Christmas is what Obama has tweeted. Okay, this is what's making sense. So they got to have gun confiscation before martial law. So the martial law tells you what's about to happen. None other than when they call in martial law and they start gun confiscation, you know Wormwood is getting closer. We already got the signs. Putin already said 2021. So there you have it. Let's keep on. Let's keep on listening to Mr. Motley. He thinks everything.
Decipher, decode, figure out. And we're not alone in doing that. We've got many, many wonderful souls out here that have embraced QAnon, that are doing diligent research and study. You know, I don't do some of the research some of these folks do, but I've got probably as good of an overall working knowledge of QAnon as anybody out there. But having said that, most of the 1,681 posts that we've received from Q, and I don't know the exact percentage, but I would say the majority of those posts have not yet been decoded. They've not been analyzed. Q told us several times that we've got more than we need. We've got everything we need. You've heard him say that over and over, okay? Now, something occurred this last week that reminded me of an old post. You know, I've got a fairly decent memory, and when I read something, I retain most of it. I don't always retain exact dates, but I keep a catalog in my mind about things, and especially when it comes to Q. And so when Q makes a post, I'll read it several times and try and do my own analysis on the spot. And I don't always share that. I don't always come out. I don't consider myself a decoder or an analyst. That's not what I do. But I do it on my own. That's what I'm saying. And then I'll go around and I'll watch, Mike at Space Shot 76, or I'll listen to Praying Medic, or some of these other geniuses out there, Tracy Benz, and then I'll make my own, and I'll take what I've deduced and I'll compare it to what I hear these folks say. Serial Brain 2, War Drummer. I know about all these people. I don't talk about them all, but I know about them. I research them. I try to glean what I can. And most of the time, I feel like I have already made a pretty adequate, analysis on my own. But anyway, last week in one of the meetings President Trump was in, now this was a brutal week for our president and the abuse that he took from the mainstream media and all of these international globalist members of the cabal. And friends, I'm just going to say this. You have to trust the plan. The plan that Q told us about has all been worked out. Everything is just happening on a daily basis the way it's all been planned. Many of you that think you've been red-pilled, that you think you know what's going on, you don't know what's going on. You know a fraction of what's going on. But you will ride with the wave, and if you open your mind and heart and allow the flow to occur and don't get in your own way, but just realize that the plan is unfolding on a regular basis. Now, to fully understand the plan, you've really got to understand the basics of what's going on. And when I tell you that our planet has been hijacked by satanic Luciferian pedophiles, I'm not kidding. That is the bottom line. Our entire planet has been taken over by pedophiles.
Wait a minute. So you don't think Trump is a pedophile? I already told you this, Mr. Retired Referee, Marine. He's a pedophile. He had sex with his daughter when she was way young, like 13, 14, 15 years old. I'm not done. He went with Jeffrey Epstein, Sex Island. Don't sit there and tell me he's not one of them. Seriously, you're making me sick and you're about to lose your channel, man. Seriously, quit lying to people. Quit lying to people, man. I'll have a petition signed and to take you off because, old man, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't believe in somebody that sits there and says he don't believe in God when he sits there and says, God bless. He don't believe in God. If he believed in God, he wouldn't sit there and call women this, men that, Mexicans this, black people that, and then turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. This ain't WWE show or storylines. It's not. I've never seen anything like it. Now, I'm not saying that he's doing good. No, he's not. He's not doing good. He should have done what we asked him to do, and he hasn't done it. He hasn't got the food stamps back to the kids and the families. He don't give a shit about no one. Still hasn't demolished all them Walmarts or got them people back to work and got them Walmarts back to normal again. Still haven't done that. Okay? I'm not done. I'm not done. What else I have to say about this Trump guy is he knew about the 9/11 before it even happened. Go look at the Serta commercial. Do I need to do the Serta commercial for y'all and show you what he's walking past by the sheep? I mean, how stupid are you? How stupid are you? And that was in 1997 when I graduated from high school. Serta was trying to tell you something. They've been doing this right in your face and laughing. Why do you think Clinton did this with the Russian hat? She's just taunting you, laughing at you. Ha 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 ha. Y'all believed in all this. Ha ha ha. That's what she's doing right now. Y'all are all being lied to. And you're being deceived. And on top of that, you are being separated. Like the families that's being separated in Walmarts. Except your family's being separated because of the economy. The economy ain't getting better. It's getting worse. It's getting worse after you take Toys R Us out, the coal mines, the steel industry. What did you do? You know what you should have done? I'll be smart here. Could have made a lot more money this way, Trump. You could have, should have, and could have put the lines, the power lines, underground in CVC piping, just like we did in Charter Cable. I used to dig trenchers with backhoes and everything, and we would put CVC pipe on the cable line to go to people's houses. Hold on, I'm not done. The reason you haven't is because you're setting us up for slaughter. You're doing it in the 9/11 plot. You did it in Hawaii. You know that Japan is arriving in Hawaii, China, and the UN, and you're not doing anything about it, Mr. President. Do you know why? Because you're a pussy. You're a pussy. You're just like Obama. You and him has the same thinking cap on right now, and I think you and him are together. Y'all shook each other's hands the other day, or 2 years ago, right after you got elected, and you all are acting like y'all hate each other because one thing and one thing only, to try to shut down America as one, because if we work together as a team, you're in big trouble. That's why you're scared of the Marines militia that's training right now. That's why you want to take our guns, because you know we're not going to let you try to take our freedom. Now, ones that wants your freedom, wants to take your, or wants to lose their freedom, go right ahead. Go right ahead. You'll be just like the 64 million people that died in World War II when Hitler killed everybody, took all their jewelry and their clothes, and burned everybody in them furnaces. How about that one? How about that, America? Won't you wake the fuck up? I'm sick of it. I didn't fight this hard. I didn't fight this hard for my grandfather in World War II. This is garbage. You're being lied to, and you're like a sheep being thrown into the freaking fire. You're about to be skint head, black, white, Hispanic, Muslim. I'm going to say this every night until you get it through the thick skull. Work together, because they don't give a shit about you. I am Robin Hood, and I'm freaking tired of the rich taking us out.
Folks. But now we have a president, one man, who has started this revolution. One man can't change the world, but one man, Donald J. Trump, can start the Make America Great Again, Make the World Great Again revolution that can literally change the world. And you and I are part of that revolution, whether you want to accept it or not. But you better accept it, because you ain't seen nothing yet. When we talk about the Great Awakening, friends, when everybody on the planet that's not...
Oh, I'm seeing it all right, Mr. Retired Marine. I'm seeing that you're a CIA operative and you've been bought out by the NWO. That's what I see, and that's why my subscribers are coming, and you're losing them. Do you know why, Mr. Motley Crue? Do you know why? Because you've been poisoned. You've been poisoned, and you ate the apple. You ate the apple. You're naked with Adam and Eve. You're naked. That's all I got to say. And guess what? Apple is making the chip. Makes sense? Eve ate the apple. And where is the apple? In the Big Apple. And where is Apple getting destroyed at? By a big tsunami that's going to hit Liberty. And there's nothing you can do about it. And do you know why he wants to hit New York? Mr. Marine, do you want to know why? Because they had sex with the police department with the kids. Mary Giuliani's one of them. He's a piece of crap. He knew about the 9/11 plot. See, this is not going to happen. The FEMA camps are not going to happen. If I keep on telling everybody the plan and what's going on, everybody's going to wake up. And I've been waking everybody up for 4 years. From PlayStation to Xbox to Craigslist to YouTube to Facebook and Facebook and Facebook. I don't know how many Facebooks I've had to do because they've tried to hack me and stop me because I keep on telling the truth. Let me tell you something. The person that said on my Facebook that I'm crying wolf, we'll see who's crying wolf when I just told you the plan about bombing the West Coast. Bombing the West Coast to start the earthquake. A 12.0. 3 Fukushima bombs are about to hit the West Coast. You stupid son of a bitch. And they're doing the same thing they did 9/11. So wake the fuck up. I'm not here to play y'all stupid NWO game on YouTube. I'm here for freedom. I'm not getting paid. So guess what? When you don't get paid, the truth comes out.
Part of the Luciferian pedophile agenda. And there are multitudes that are. But we are going to get them all. And you're either on the right side of history and you're on a white hat and a good guy or gal, or you're on the dark side. And you got to make a decision. And unfortunately, a lot of our friends, family members, associates have gotten caught.
You're nothing but reverse psychology, old man. I learned this in school. I knew we was going to have idiots like you out there. Steve Motley. Where you from, man? Seriously. Are you from Texas? Where they taking people's guns right now during hurricanes? I ain't heard you say a damn word about that. You know why? Because you're taking out illegal immigrants that was put in here by our presidents. And now y'all used them as a vote, which the vote never counted. Y'all used them as slaves to take our jobs because you didn't want to pay good money to Americans. Because y'all wanted to use our tax money and our money to pedophilia, sex, drugs, and guns and drugs. But you want our guns, right, Mr. Obama? Barack Hussein Obama, or shall I say Barry Sarato from India. And we got Michael Obama, Michelle Obama, right? You better get on the right side of the tracks, everyone. Because if you don't, the freight train's going to run over you when 18 million Marines that's training right now, and by the way, one of them is Jason Aldean in Georgia, is going to beat the fuck out of you. And Antifa, let me help you out here, man. You're on the same side as Donald Trump, and that's the scary part. That's the scary part. If you did not know this, folks, Trump, JFK, the presidents, the 13 world banks, George Soros has been paying Antifas off and giving them charter buses to these protests. So you will start martial law. If you hit one of them, you go to jail. But if they hit you, they go to jail. And guess who bails them out? The rich people. Because they want you to lose your freedom. See, I know how it is. It's all about reverse psychology, folks. You better wake the fuck up, everyone. Don't provoke them. Let them do whatever the hell they want to do. And if I was you, I wouldn't waste your breath in these summer days and go over there and protest, because all you're doing is wasting your breath, because Trump is one of them. Obama is one of them. Bush is one of them. Clinton's one of them. Remember, who started the Hurricane Katrina? Rape, killing, and taking people's guns? Bush. And who's doing the Walmarts? Trump and Obama. Wake up, everyone. Wake up. You're running out of time. We've got 5 hours. An hour and 20 something minutes for 4 more days until the West Coast is going to be so different. You're going to wish you listened to me, because 3 Fukushima bombs are under California right now. That's not including the bombs under Washington and Seattle. Okay? And when the nuclear bomb comes off the North Korea coast, you're not even going to see it. It's going to come from a submarine underground, folks. Russia tried to warn you, and you didn't want to listen to them. Russia tried to warn you, folks, and you didn't want to listen to them. They're the good guys, believe it or not. Trump knows it, and he's scared. You know why he went over there to meet them? To give them more time, because this is what Putin said in that private meeting, and this is what my ex-CIA Kevin Shipp said. This is why they're trying to kill Kevin Shipp. Putin said this: if you do not get the pedophiles out, I'm going to say you're one of them, and I'm coming in. I'm coming in to save your country without you, because you are the problem. If you don't believe me, folks, if you don't believe me, Putin smiled and said, the ball is in your court. He gave him 33,000 emails on that soccer ball. Inside that soccer ball, folks. He taped them inside. Gave him the ball and said, the ball is in your court. Why do you think he said the ball is in your court? Certainly wasn't over a soccer game, a football game, they want to call it. Russia calls it football. That's cool, whatever floats their boat. We call it soccer. Okay, and we do have they say that we have a world Olympics coming up. And that's why we're having a big bridge being built in Birmingham, which is making no complete sense, because they're bringing in them bridges for the tanks. Okay? They're not working on the roads. Remember that, folks. I haven't seen a downtown road fixed yet. It's a complete lie. When that bridge is fixed, and it'll be fixed by the end of summer, when it's fixed, get ready. Gun confiscation will happen in 5 months. Then martial law in 23 months. 23 months in 1 week. You're running out of time, folks. That's all I got to say. Next month will be 22, and then the next will be 21. Count them, folks. They already put, the governor of Chicago just signed a bill. And if you did not know, that's where Obama came from the senator. Signed executive order on your guns being taken in Chicago, Illinois right now. And guess who's getting them? When they already said they were walking out and leaving the United States. The UN, the men in the blue hats and the white letters, everything that I have said in the last 4 years is coming true, folks, and you don't want to believe it. And do you know what Nicole Kidman said in Days of Thunder? You're scared. You don't want to get back in that race car because you're scared. Guess what? I'll go into that race car and take my helmet off and start running into you. When you have NSA coming to your door and telling you to stop, and you have the cops putting guns to your head, nothing scares me. Screw you if you believe in the government. Because every time you believe in the government, what has happened? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta have that fake phone so they can track me. Because if you get that phone, they know where you're at. You're dead as a doornail when martial law comes in. You better throw that phone away. I'm just telling you right now. And if you get food stamps from the government, you're dead. If you use the housing from the government, you're dead. If you got a red and pink dot on your mailbox, you're dead. Wake the fuck up. You're running out of time.
Caught up in that dark side, in that movement, and they don't even realize what they're doing. And this is why it's so critical that every one of you watching this video right now, you gird up your loins and you start stepping up to the plate and you start sounding off and you start doing your part to educate others. Because the way we're going to win this spiritual war is by education.
The spiritual war. Here we go with the spiritual war for again, folks. Yeah, we know what kind of God they believe in. Samhain. Sure is funny. Sure is funny. That Benu, yes, Benu is set to hit on Halloween. Sure is funny that it's set by China by Halloween. See, that's the first time you ever heard a date from me, isn't it? Makes sense, don't it? They believe in not our God, but they believe in another God. They believe in the devil. But I got news for you folks. God is their devil. They have a devil named God. And we have a God. Okay? They're doing godly things, and God is doing things too, folks. But guess what? The earthquakes, the volcanoes, the tornadoes that's been happening lately is not coming from God. It's coming from geoengineering. Geostorm. Go look it up. I'm going to say this one more time. Everything that you're seeing right now is a complete lie. They can change a hurricane just like that, like a remote control car. It's crazy, but it's the truth. Do you know how they do that? Earth is being turned back and forth. Who's that? Okay. I wish they would quit texting me. Okay. Somebody's texting me and I'm sorry about that, folks. But at the middle of this time, yes, I do other jobs, but I cannot do that right now. This is more important. We're running out of time. I'm doing this for free. I'm not getting paid. By the way, Ray Nix, I tried to get a hold of you. I guess you're not on YouTube all the time like I am because I have to be. But we're running out of time. We're running out of time. My advisors are coming up missing. I'm left by myself right now. The only way we're going to save each other is to share my videos. You don't have to say anything crazy. Just say, hey, hey, check out this guy. He's good at what he does. Just say, hey, look at his game designs. And then when he hears what I'm talking about, or she hears what I'm talking about, it's going to click on their head and they'll be like, wait a minute, this guy's making sense. At first, I didn't want to do this. And I'm going to be honest with you, if we don't get any shares, likes, or people subscribing, my goal is 55 million views. I'm at 300,000 views on one channel. My goal is 55 million views. And then I'll be done. After I get 55 million views, I'm going to walk off in the sunset and let everybody think what I have done on these game designs and news as Da Vinci Code news. Because I'm having to do it under the radar because they're cutting everybody's channel off. Y'all don't even know how many are gone. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. There's not a lot of views out there no more. People were being lied to, folks. YouTube has not been the same since October the 1st, 2016. The person that wanted me to start a YouTube channel hasn't even checked if we were going to get paid or not. Don't even give a shit. Too damn worried about themselves. I know nothing about this. I'm old fashioned. All I'm doing is pedal to the metal 200 miles per hour and hope to God I don't hit the wall. And if I do, for crying out loud, I'll still come up and start going again. I'm injured, folks, and I'm still here for y'all. Because I care. I care about you. I'm not asking for money. Why? Why? We don't have no money. We haven't had money in years. It's gone. After the 9/11 attacks, the banks got robbed by China. Now you know where the money is. Think about it, folks. We're being lied to. We're being lied to through the whole thing. Every president has lied to you, folks. Trump said he was going to lie to you in his book. I don't even read. I don't even read it come out of his damn own mouth. And then he told Howard Stern that he had sex with his daughter. Let me tell you something right now. Jesse the Body Ventura, I hear you're about to run for president, but if your running mate is none other than Howard Stern, my vote is not coming to you. But if you have another person that's going to be your running mate, fine, because you was the plan. You are the one that told us about the conspiracy theories, which you know what that word is. Conspiracy theory now, from the Clintons all the way to the Podestas, is nothing but pedophilia. Conspiracy theory name is pedophilia. Go look it up. All right, going to the next one. Got final four coming up. Y'all gotta wake up, folks. I'm not even done. Let y'all listen to this.
Shedding light in the hidden places of darkness. Now, this past week, in one of the meetings President Trump was in, he was talking about his full faith and confidence in the intelligence agencies of America, because he's been hit pretty hard by crook.
By the way, Bank of America, that's where he banks. That's where his money is. He goes and visits there. Do you know what's on top of that building? A bush, folks. Satanic bush on top of the Bank of America building in the Carolinas. So, let me ask you a question. Do you really know who Trump is? I've already told you his mama, his name's Mary, and his dad's Christ. He was 70 years old the same year that he brings in 70 years of a city of Jerusalem in Israel. This year he's 71. Think about it, folks. All this was played out. All this was played out. And he's not even from America, folks. You sit there and talk about Obama not being America, but Trump is not from America either. He's from Scotland. Last time I checked, America's not Scotland unless we have 51 states. Last time I checked, we have 50 states. Alaska, Hawaii, and all the other 48 states in the United States. Alaska about to be bombarded by Russians. They're about to come and take out the oil. All right? That's not all. That's not all. China's taking Hawaii and Iowa and other countries. Think about it, folks. You've been played, you've been lied to, and the United States are sold out to the NWO. Just like Ted Turner tried to tell you in the 90s in the WCW pay-per-view, NWO sold out. Now, why was it called Sold Out? Why was it NWO Sold Out? Because the NWO runs the show. What did they do in wrestling? Maybe some of y'all don't know because you're not into wrestling, but I got news for you. Everything in the show tells you what's coming. I watched Chicago Fire the other night. I stopped after I seen this. I used to be a firefighter in at Argo in Jasper. And I'm gonna be honest with you straight up. Do you realize, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it anymore, but did you realize that everything is reversed for you to believe everything on the TV because it's all brainwashed? Everything. Well, there's a story on Chicago Fire, made me sick, that this preacher was with a teenager girl that was pregnant. 14 years old, folks. That right there stopped me right there in my tracks. I was like, oh my God. This is another sign. They're trying to bring in pedophilia. Well, I looked it up. By 2021, your kids are going to have sex with grown-ups. And if you don't do that, you're dead. That's their plan. They want you to have sex with kids instead of grown-ups because grown-ups don't want to have sex with men no more. Men don't want to be with a woman no more. Or women don't want to be with man no more because you believed in the Oprah Winfrey garbage, the Obama garbage, and now you're setting your kids up to slaughter. To slaughter, folks. Yes. You're setting yourself up for slaughter. And then, while they beat the hell out of your husband and knock the shit out of you, they're going to have sex with your kids during a hurricane. Just like they did in Hurricane Katrina. You should know that by now. Melody Clark has videos on my somehow she's got a whole collection of videos. I guess she's my #1 subscriber because she's working harder than anybody. Thank you, Melody. Holy crap. You've got over 72 videos on like a little playbook thing. I don't know how you do that, but thank you. Well, I'm starting to see others do it now. Thank you, everyone. Seriously. The ones that's doing it, thank you. And where are all the women coming from? I have no freaking clue, but you know what? This is a great plan. The women take over the men, and that's what we need to do. If the men don't have balls and the women do, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to recruit the women to fight the men. They don't want to be on our side. They can go to hell. That's the way I look at it. Oscar Delgado, I'm not talking about you. You know I'm not talking about you. Delgado, thank you for sharing, by the way. I noticed. Linda Doss, thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Sabrina, thank you. I'm giving you heads up and kudos to the ones that's been working for me. Austin, get to feeling better, buddy. We need you. We're running out of time. Thank you for helping me, by the way. And Nation, thank you. You know who you're talking about. Lindsay, thank you for sharing. And I'm not talking about Lindsay Poor. I'm talking about Lindsay Trebet Nation from Utah. Thank you. The ones, Rachel Romowski, thank you from Texas, right? Thank you for subscribing. Subscribe to her. She's got a YouTube channel. I love her song, Daddy's Hands. Former military. Father was former military. Veteran. Thank you, Rachel. I'm working hard as I can. I'm running out of time. I can't do it fast enough. And I'm doing the best I can. And I'm trying to get the stories out that's true before I get something out there that's fake. But I do call out the ones that is fake because y'all need to quit subscribing to these idiots. Seriously. These NASCAR online game stations, you are not going to see it like I do on this one. You're not. By the way, Shocky12, thank you for subscribing. Subscribe to him. He's a good guy. Cole Thomas, another one to subscribe to. Everybody has to work together. The only way to subscribe to each other is to work together. Because if you've not noticed, the views are not working no more. You've got to share and subscribe. It's all about a team. If you don't work as a team and as one, just like in a movie, just like Patrick Swayze would say, if we don't have a team in Red Dawn, one person fights by themselves, they're going to take you down one by one by one. Same way in a war, same way as in YouTube right now, folks. So when you subscribe to somebody, subscribe to them. Like their video. I like everybody's video because nobody's perfect. Nobody, folks. I even like this retired Marine because he thinks he's doing something right and he's not. I'm trying to call him out because he needs to start knowing what's going on. He don't have ex-CIA like I do in my pocket. He don't have ex-NSA like I do in his pocket. I do. A lot of people don't. You know what I mean? It's time to grow up. Time to work together. Black, white, Hispanic. Bottom line, guys, we got to. And who won him? This has been a good tournament. It's been a great tournament. Alright, let's keep on.
And criminals within the government, former Obama officials who are calling our president a traitor. No.
Speaking of criminals and traitors, Donald Trump has brought in prisoners for security guards for your kids. Yeah, they got a plan, all right. Pedophiles are going to be at your schools as security guards. So what do you think about that one, ladies? Do you think it's a great idea? It's less than a month away. Y'all are about to put your kids for slaughter. Let me say this in a hard way. Do you want your kids to be screwed in the rear end by a big hot dog? That's what they call them in pedophilia. Or do you want Pizzagate involved in your kids during school? Because guess who's involved with the Pizzagate that has not even stopped it yet? Donald J. Trump. It's hard, don't it, ladies? That I know the plan. Jan, I've already told you on my plan that Lincoln Park, Chester Bennington, left a note saying he was murdered by his pedophile dad, John, and his uncle, Tony Podesta. Both raped him and killed him, folks. Even when he was a kid, they raped him in the shower, scalding hot water. You can see the video on my YouTube channel, on my other YouTube channel. The first one that has rest in peace on it. And I had to spell peace that way because YouTube's a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. When when the water goes into California, you are not going to have YouTube or Facebook anymore because they're both set up in California. That's where I say that we're not going to have the internet no more. The internet's gone after this happens. That's why I'm here doing this. My time and my work is almost up. I'm just telling you right now. And I was summoned here by God and by the Marines Militia. I'm the speaker of the Marines Militia. And I am the speaker of Anonymous, WikiLeaks, they're trying to get Julian Assange for treason because we know the truth. He don't like Trump, guys. Edward Snowden don't like Trump. Edward Snowden don't want to come back to America. There's somebody else that don't like Trump, and I was wrong about Tupac. Tupac knows that the World Bank has got to him. At first he was not with them. Then all of a sudden he is. We started finding out in February of last year that he met with George Soros, Hitler's sidekick. So, this is what I gotta say. Y'all need to do your homework, California. And I'm gonna say this right now. Get you a desk and get under it. And if you have a big earthquake, this is what I want you to do. Now, I don't know how far you're going to be. You need to be at least 100 miles inland from California. Okay? Now, if you're in Las Vegas, you're done. Phoenix, part of Arizona, is done. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen because Area 51 is in that area. But it's gone. On my map, it shows they're in blue. They're in blue on my map on the other YouTube channel. This is just a live channel, folks, because I have a lot more news to give you. The earthquakes are getting worse. Today we had a 5.3 on the Richter scale in Seattle, Washington. Not looking good, folks. I'm telling you, San Andreas is about to go. We're about to see the movie San Andreas, the movie, and we're going to have San Andreas, the movie, 2012, and all them other movies is about to come true. Everything's about to come true, folks. Please don't try this at home. I love that. Even though they tried at home anyways. Here you go. I have to call this guy out because he's lying to people. He's lying. And he's not getting a lot of views no more, and he's losing subscribers. That's good. It's about time.
But while he was mentioning the intelligence agencies in America, the lights went out. And they stayed out for a few seconds, and then they came back on. Now, what was that all about? Was that an accident? And some are saying, oh, it was General Kelly. He turned the lights off by accident. Do you think a 40-year Marine Corps veteran, 4-star...
Hold on. I just now seen that you said something, Melody. I didn't even know you were here tonight. Holy crap. How you doing, sweetie? I love you. Your videos are on my nothing but playlist on my channel. Yes, I see that. You're awesome. Thank you. No one has to subscribe, therefore reference, or to catch up on what you are bringing us. Nope. You're right. It's all about views. It's an honor to do it. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's an honor to meet you in person. Because you sound like a great warrior. You remind me of my ex, Katrinka, that passed away. She loved listening to my stories. She loved that she knew what was going on. And she's like, keep on beating their ass, Andrew. Keep on. Keep on. They're gonna finally figure it out. I said, let me tell you something. I'm probably going to die doing this, and I don't care. I don't thank you for the 4 likes, by the way. But you are welcome. All of y'all are welcome. Iowa is getting hit hard. Left and right. Left and right. I wish people would quit sending me messages. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to silence this thing. Don't sit there and message me while I'm working. This is work. I'm not even playing, guys. I'm showing game designs and talking. I'm letting the game play by itself. How you like that one? I do play every once in a while, but lately it's been so busy. But yeah, thank you. You missed it, Melly. You might want to go look at what I said at the start. All I got to say is JFK's alive.
General would make have an accident or a faux pas, like turning the lights out during a presidential conference.
Oh yeah, by the way, General Dunford will be the one that starts martial law. It will not be the president. People are lying to each other. Rex 84 has been signed since Ronald Reagan. Okay? 1985. He signed it. This has been going on for 40 years. All of the presidents are Russian spies. Every one of them, even Trump. I thought you might want to know that. They're working for each other. So if you're going to get mad at Trump, like I said on that Trump video that they arrested him on that video, and guess who? I'm telling you guys, it's coming down to Ivanka Trump getting Jared Kushner and Donald Trump arrested. I'm telling you, something big's about to happen. And I think Mike Pence is involved too.
Where it's being aired on TV? No. Let's go back in time, friends, to November 2nd, 2017. How about this QAnon post? Should the lights go out, please know that we are in control. Do not panic. We are prepared. Assets are in place. God bless. I must go now for good at this point. Q. I must go now at this point.
2017. November the 2nd. What happened on November the 4th, folks? And November the 12th? All this kneeling down, stopping the praying, and stopping the flag, all that was all a distraction and to try to stop your freedom. Trump was involved with that. I don't know if you knew that or not, but you do now. You do now. You do now. Colin Kaepernick was a seed, and he was paid off by George Soros to do what he did. If you did not know this, and I'm going to tell you this right now, he is a Muslim. A Muslim, folks. The reason he's pissed off at the United States is because they picked on the 9/11 plot on the Muslims. Makes sense? Yes, it does. But Obama is a Muslim. All you have to do is use Harvey Weinstein's makeup from Hollywood. Makes sense, don't it? Oops, I did it again. Surprise? I'm not. Think about it. They put makeup on Obama. What do you have? An African American. Just like Big Mama. What did they do with Michelle Obama? They turned him into a woman. Easy, right? Not really. She kept on scratching her junk almost every day. Every day. People didn't even notice it. But Joan Rivers did. Before she died, she said, "Didn't you not know? She's a transvestite." And I was like, oh my God. I started investigating. And sure enough, it was Michael Obama. Michael Obama, folks, is his real name. So, it was all a plan for you to turn gay, man and man, and woman, to what? Depopulate the country. They don't want you to have no more babies, folks, because they're running out of food. I'm going to tell you straight up why we're going in the Middle East. Oil. Damascus has a lot of oil, folks. They're about to annihilate the whole cities. And guess who's going to do it? Russia. And they said Russia was with Syria. No. No. They're going to kill him. They're going to kill that Assad guy. He's dead. You just might as well just mark it on the calendar. He's gone. When Damascus goes down, that's when God comes back with fire and fury. Sorry, I took your words, Mr. Trump. But God does the fire and fury, not you, and you're not God, and neither is Obama. Fox, Jamie Foxx, you need to be thrown in the Pacific Ocean, which I have a feeling you're going. There's been more helicopters. I showed you the video last night. More helicopters, more military vehicles setting up and waiting on the West Coast, because the West Coast goes first, and then the next 6 years, or 6 or 7 years, the East Coast. Remember that, folks. I told you what the plan was. After Wormwood, when it passed the Oregon all the way down to South Carolina, that 3-hour clips, it turns into one slash. And then 7 years later, 2024, it comes across the East Coast to the west. And what do we have? X marks the spot. Now, what does it say in the Bible? What does it say in the Bible, folks? He said, if you mess with the kids, and I'm not good at preaching, and I'm not good at the verses and stuff like that, but I know what's going on, and I know where it's going to hit. The asteroid, the artificial asteroid is going to hit none other than between Aruba and Puerto Rico. When it hits that, all hell's going to break loose. And we're going to have an earthquake on the West Coast. When it happens, they're going to hit a button, detonate the East Coast with the middle. The Memphis, which we're already getting earthquakes in the Memphis area right now. Are we? Holy crap. I'm even feeling them over here in Alabama, folks. So this is what I got to tell you. And I've been feeling them a lot lately, and I just haven't said a damn word about it because I had to investigate. Yes, we do have earthquakes in Alabama. It didn't supposed to happen like that, but God said you will feel it all around the world when I come. Wormwood is not doing this, folks. This planet is not making these earthquakes happen. Like I said, it's CERN Switzerland. The magnet pulling the sun flares toward us. As the sun flares coming in, it's weakening, listen to this, it's weakening the Earth's shield. Science is real on that. We didn't do it, folks. We did not pollute the air. The government did. If they would have done it the right way, none of this would have happened, but it was all set up on purpose. Everything that I have said is coming true, folks. This is what I said to my advisor tonight. You're not going to hear what he said, but this is what I'm going to say. And by the way, Robert Wild, thank you for subscribing. I will get with you soon. He's awoke. He's awake. It's about damn time. All right, listen to this. These are some posts, or some of the recordings that I said to my operative, my advisors. Just listen.
Okay, well, I don't believe in demons, so maybe you can tell me what that is. But I got some news for you. This volcano and earthquake is going to happen at the same day, same time. Earthquake first, and and then the volcano. Unbelievable. Reason they're evacuating Yellowstone is because they don't want nobody in there when they blow up the volcano. I mean, think about it, okay? And tell me if this is crazy or not. The reason they are evacuating everybody is because they don't want you to see that they're doing it and that God is doing this. When God does the West Coast, they're going to say, well, God destroyed America. He don't care about America, and that they're going to blow up the West Coast, and in 6 years, all hell's going to break loose. Mark it on your calendar. We're in trouble. I'm telling you right now, if we don't get this word out to everybody. Because they want everybody to die. Why would they want to evacuate people? Think about it. I'm telling you, I'm on top of everything. Kevin Shipp and Edward Snowden, we are on fire right now. We're making them our bitch. I will tell you this right now. The reason they're doing all this, remember, they're covering up the sun because of what's coming. The chemtrails are not doing it anymore, so they're just going to end it.
So, there you have it, folks. Does this make sense? Oh, sure, it does. It makes a lot of sense. But that's not all. There's more posts.
It's going to feel like 3 Fukushima bombs hitting the West Coast. I'm telling you, this is a 9/11 plot, and it's the same people that's doing it. That's what's pissing me off, and nobody's doing nothing about it. Nobody. They're just crying on TV with Whoopi Goldberg and Judge Jeanine. She needs to be slapped in the face. Judge Jeanine does. Look, I believe in God, I promise you. But I will tell you this. This is not God's work. None of it is. And the demons are coming from drugs. This is what ex-CIA Kevin Shipp is saying. And Edward Snowden. Everything's coming true. They are making chemicals and stuff to make our demons. And they're coming from humans. Look, they're demons, but it's not the demons that y'all think. I'm telling you, everything is being deceived. We're being deceived and delusioned here. But I believe that there's something out there, but I see no evil and I hear no evil. That's about it. And this is not end times. It's not. There's no end times to it. It's them getting rich against the poor. I'm telling you right now. If that was the truth, then they would just take us and cut our heads off. But no, they're not doing that. They didn't do it at Walmart's during Harvey. They used guillotines on moms and dads, and they took the kids and they had sex with them. One by one, and it is not right. Listen to this moron. Breaking news. Hillary Clinton had secret meetings with Putin. Didn't I tell you that? Alex Jones just now announced it today, when I've been telling y'all that for months and years. Alex Jones is an idiot, complete idiot. They're just now noticing that Obama, Bush, and the Clintons, all presidents have met with Russia, and they're making a big deal out of Trump doing it. You know what? Put them all in a slammer if they don't trust each other. More breaking news. Earthquake pushing Washington westward, offering clues to next big quakes. Dabu 777 just said that. And what have me and Dutch been talking about? They're fracking. It's all fracking. That's why we're having all the earthquakes. I'm so fed up with lies, it's not even funny. The New Madrid is moving too. But that don't supposed to go until 2029. This is crazy. It's like there's going to be more than one earthquake in Memphis. It's Kim Jong-un's missiles that's going to do it. future. It's they just said that U.S. is warning North Korea for the 5th time to stop testing. Told you it wasn't going to work out, and I told you Trump was a liar. He said it in his book in the 90s.
So there you have it, folks. I am that many ahead on stories. I'm ahead and everybody else is behind. If you see anybody that has over 300,000 subscribers or 303 million subscribers, they're CIA operatives. You think you would wake the fuck up by now? No, y'all don't. Y'all want to fight against each other and fight for Trump and fight for Obama. And they don't even give a shit about y'all. They want you to fucking fight against each other and fight for them when they're going to cut your head off anyways. What are you fighting for? Huh? What are you fighting for? You're fighting for a coward. They're all cowards. What do? They bring our military in to fight their battles when they need to come in here and try to take our guns. Not use our men or use the other countries. Shit that they did. They bullied every country. Every damn country. And you don't think they're going to come at us? You better wake the fuck up. That's like Braun Strowman against 7 WWE superstars. And we're Braun Strowman. I think that was the easiest way to say it. Be honest with you. Let's see here. What's the other one next? Got another story. I just thought you might want to know what's going on since y'all being lied to and deceived. I've got a plan, and I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to change all of my I'm about to edit all of my shit and not even say WWE tournaments. I'm about to start putting out what I'm talking about on the YouTube and say screw it. Because I'm telling you straight up, this is not working. But I'm scared I'm going to lose my channel. That's why I'm still here. I've been hacked 3 times on YouTube by Google. And now Facebook has hacked me 14 times in 3 years. That's unbelievable, folks. I knew Trump, listen to me. I knew Trump was going to win the GOP and being the president in 2014. You know how I know that? That's when I started investigating. Everything was a lie. Everything. Watch The Simpsons. It tells you. Let's go with Bound for Glory. I feel like we need some glory in our lives right now. What is next? What is next? Who's next? Right? Do we got any more news coming out tonight? Tonight, whatever. Got a bunch of news, but I'm gonna go with this right now. Yeah. Let's go with the Sergeant report, which he's really good. He's not been lying. He's actually been telling the truth. He even said who was QAnon, and that right there told me that he was the real channel. Sergeant, here you go.
The shot heard around the world. That was the post released by Q on Sunday, and I began working on a video about the Second American Revolution, and that video has just been put on hold because Q posted something even more blockbuster last night, and I'll read it to you now. What would happen if texts originating from an FBI agent to several internals discussed the assassination possibility of the President of the United States, POTUS, or member of his family. Friends, we have to step back and count our blessings. It was an absolute miracle, as Zach, a caller with intel to the Alex Jones show, said back in December.
The underestimation of what the Trump administration is doing is it's going to be deadly, and this will be historic. What's going on right now is nothing short of a miracle.
It's an absolute miracle that Hillary Clinton, the Rothschild agent, satanic figure,
To get her for us.
did not get into the White House. Because if she had, it would have been game over for the Republic and literally for we the people. And as Q references this FBI corruption, we have more truth spilling out in the mainstream at Zero Hedge. FBI agents discussed secret society with DOJ and FBI working to undermine Trump. This is a absolute deep state plot, and in the other video I'm working on, we will discuss in detail this 16-year treasonous plan to use two White House terms for a coup d'etat in the United States. And I actually think that headline is a bit misleading because it really should be a 24 or 32-year plot if you want to include Bill Clinton and George Bush.
Unbelievable. What, sweetie? What'd you say? Oh my gosh. I'm just getting your messages. This is slow tonight. Are you getting all my videos? Are y'all seeing everything? Wow. Oh God. I'm just now getting it. No one has to subscribe. Okay, you already said that. It's an honor to do it. Yeah. Thank you with a heart. Okay, that's what I just missed. And it says, I left Iowa 2 months ago. I will watch this replay. Melody Clark. Iowa is under siege with China's geostorming. They're clearing out the land in people's houses because China's coming in to take over the land. Because of what's coming. I'm just giving you heads up. Iowa. My God. I tried to tell Justin and he didn't want to listen to me. And I really feel bad for him. I really do. He's got kids and haven't heard from him. Haven't even seen him on YouTube. Nobody's even heard from him in a couple of weeks now. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think he's gone. I really believe they are taking people out during the tornadoes and putting them in FEMA camps. How many FEMA camps are in Iowa? Do you know, Melody? That would be a great idea to find out. Because I'm telling you right now, they're taking people from the dozens, is what Kevin Shipp said. What's the plan, Jan? That's my mom's name, by the way. You still on there, Melody? 3 people. These videos are nothing to lie about. Nothing. And I'm not getting a lot of views. I'm not. And I had a feeling that was going to happen after I got a new YouTube channel. Damn. Something big has to happen. And when it does, when that earthquake happens on the West Coast, I have a feeling everybody's going to follow me. I believe everybody's going to start figuring it out and waking up. I think that'll be my... I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not. I just want to get everybody the word. Everybody needs to know the word, man. I am emotional. Our kids are being led to slaughter, folks. Not just in California, but the schools. This month is going to be a bad, bad plan. If you've not heard, the summer camps for pedophiles, left and right. We talked about this. I actually put it on a little cartoon character, and it was like an alien on my other YouTube channel. I don't know if you remember it or not, but guys, it's happening. Everything that I have said is coming true. By the way, if you give a vaccine shot to your kid, you might as well say you killed them, because that is it makes them loony and kind of like special ed. Your kids turns into special ed with the the vaccine shots. I thought you might want to know that. So if you get your kid a shot, a vaccine shot, that's actually chemtrails, by the way. It's all mixed up the same crap. We're feeling it, we're breathing it. We can't even breathe outside because the electricity is in the air from the aluminum foil. It's just like a microwave, folks. You're in a microwave and the heat is heating up. And what is the microwave doing? When you put aluminum foil in a microwave, what is it doing? It's heating it up and it's like lightning. Okay? That's what's happening right now. And with these heat strokes, with my cousin passing away cutting grass. Yeah, I don't know if I told y'all that or not, but my cousin, my mom's side of the family, died in cutting grass over the weekend. She's got to go to Tennessee tomorrow. She's supposed to went to Mobile, and that was canceled because of that. But all I got to say is you don't have to pray on YouTube or nothing like that, but just pray for my family, and y'all need to stay out of the get you one of them remote control lawnmowers that they're putting out there now. That's a pretty cool deal. Whoever made that deal is a good idea. But there is remote control lawnmowers now that you can get to start cutting grass. You don't need to be outside no more. They're doing this on purpose. They're bringing in the sun. They don't want you to be outside no more, guys. If you not noticed, they want you. They even hired people to shoot, to kill people. You can't even go out to eat no more. Why do you think Sarah Huckabee said that? She said it because she was attacked by one of them. Or was she? Because I never seen a video about it. Did you? Didn't think about that, did you? And then she sat there and said, I may quit. She never quit. It was all a lie. And then, after Judge Janine Shapiro and Whoopi Goldberg got into it, they started making out again. Making up, whatever you want to call it. Y'all got to remember this, folks. Y'all are all being played and deceived. The next president will be legalizing pedophilia. 2020 will be the worst times. They're going to have the pedophiles from prison to... You're going to be outnumbered. Because all men are thinking about sex. They don't give a damn what you do anymore, women. They don't. If they have sex with a man or a dog or a cat or a bear or a monkey, they're going to do it. Okay? That's how tough and how strong I am to tell you this. I'm a man to tell you, they're saying, fuck you. You think you own us. We're going to start doing what the government says. And I have a feeling y'all women are going to get your guns and start fighting like I said we should be fighting against. That's when you're going to shut up, men. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm behind these women. And if you fucking stop, if you touch a kid in front of me, I'm not just going to beat your ass. I'm going to get a pitchfork and I'm going to poke your dick off. How about that one? You better be ready. Because the Marines militia, 18 million of us out there, is about to fuck you up. Anybody that breaks the law, the real law, we are the law. You're not no more. You're out of order, FBI. You're out of order, CIA. And you're out of order, police department. We, the people, are going to resist. And you're going to jail in a shark tank. Our plan is to put you in a shark tank, Jason Aldean says. So please, do me a favor. I'm begging you. Make my day, pedophiles. Because I got a little secret to tell you. I have a family member that got sexual abused. And I seen it. Let's just say it woke me up. You got a Michael Myers, all right. The good one is about to take your head off. We're ready. All you have to do is sign the document. Sign it. Sign it, Doc. Come on, Trump. You already signed the pedophiles out of prison because you said that would save more tax money, which you're still putting in tax money for the stupid wall. The reason you took the prisons out is to bring in the wall for China, so we will be prison. The reason you put in 7 countries that we don't need to be traveling to is because you don't want us to leave the United States. Because you want to slave us, you and Obama. I'm not stupid. You said you were going to bring back worse than waterboarding. I believe it. I believe it, punk. You're a fat ass punk. Joe Biden wants to run for president, and he's sitting there touching kids' coochies and chests and butts and everything else. And what y'all are doing? Just sitting there. Oh, look at him. Oh, I like Joe Biden. Go right ahead. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. 'Cause I'm itching for a fight. I've been frustrated for the last 8 years. And after I lost Katrinka last year, I don't have nothing to lose. And when the people that don't have nothing to lose, and I've got my back is against the wall, you better get ready, because I'm going to be the intimidator and you're going to be upside down, Jeff Gordon. Or Kyle Busch. Didn't I tell you Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch was going to be fighting for a rivalry in February? I told you it was going to happen. Do you know why? Because they want more ratings. For you to ignore what's coming in real life. Football, baseball, basketball, WWE is about to be all canceled. Do you know why? Because your stupid idiot wants you to lose more money, and we, the people, don't fight back. You're going to be cattle pride with a fucking chip that's going to control you more with the chemtrails that's up in the air, with electricity off of them. They're going to control you like a robot or a zombie, and you're going to do whatever they tell you. And get this, they're not going to ask you if you want it or not. They're going to put you in a chair, rape you, kill you, or they're going to rape you and they're going to put a damn chip on you. Because that's what they've been doing to Natalie Holloway on St. James Island. Go look it up. Go look up St. James Island. See how stupid you are, trollers. You come on my channel and sit there and say that I'm speaking to myself when I got people out there speaking to me. I can't do 2 things at the once. How? I'm not that smart. I'm not that good at computers, buddy. But I will tell you this. Dustin knows, and so are the other channels. You keep on putting my name out in the dirt. You're putting my real name out without my consent. This is what I got to say. You will be going to court just like I did the others. Dustin knows. He lost his sponsors, and he almost lost his career last year. So let me help you out. That's the one that's doing the Stonewall 313 video about me. I never went to school at Tuscaloosa. I went to school at Minor High School. And then I worked with the SWAT team shutting down drug houses and shutting down pedophilia. If you want to know what I did. So if you don't take that video off, I'm going to own you, your house, and the money you got. Because guess what? When you put my name out there without my consent, I can sue you, and it's called bullying online. It's 21 months in prison, and I don't think you're gonna make it out of prison, kid. Because I've got connections in prison. I'll have you delete, obsolete. Let's see here, we got a message here. What you gonna do? What do you think I'm gonna do? This is Kira, Kira, 29 minutes ago. Let's call you out. Let's call you out. Let's call you out. Why not? Let's call you out. Since you want to play Matt Genovese, right? You're Kira L from Matt Genovese. Nobody likes you anymore, so you're acting like somebody else. This is what he said a while ago. To me. Where you gonna do? Send Facebook and YouTube to internet timeout? I think you may have been born with SIDS. This is a bully right here, folks. I think you may have been born with SIDS. No? Sorry, that was David Pate that I stood up for in this video. You're just confused. It's okay, buddy. We'll help you. And just in FYI, as well as Facebook and YouTube, do know karate. Right. Dude, I know more than karate. Let me help you out, Kira. Or shall I say Matt Genovese, we're going to lose. Let's play this video. Why not? This is what happened to all the trollers. I was Scorpion Tail. Earnhardt Dead LOL is Matt Genovese from Detroit, Michigan. Let's see here. Foster was being sexual harassed by Earnhardt Dead LOL. Why So Serious was undercover to shut down these people. Golden Gloves was a UFC fighter, and he was against them and was on my side. Blood Runner, I don't know who that was. Rowdy 14 was none other than Anthony Freeman. That was my friend, and then he started turning into a bully. I stood up for this guy that had SIDS. Here it goes, guys. I want y'all to hear this since we're on the last video, or the 2 videos. Listen to this and tell me that I stood up for this person, because I stand up for everyone that gets bullied online or sexual harassed. This guy asked for a 13-year-old's phone number. He's married and has a child. They want to keep on playing. Here you go. I'm about to ruin his name right here. Oh, by the way, Earnhardt Dead LOL, you lost your name to Teresa Earnhardt for using their name without their consent. And Tony Stewart's a killer. Tony Stewart sued you for his name because you said some things that was not true. Here we go. Listen to this. Get ready for some good stuff, because he could go to prison for pedophilia.
No. Earnhardt, I'm going to be honest with you right now. Stay right here. I've got something to tell you right now. You made fun of Sideways. He's born with SIDS. You're not. You got a black flag. Your black whatever belt you do. I'll be honest with you, man. This YouTube channel you got here, we got about 300 people to sign a petition. You're done. And Sideways is going to take you to court, okay, bud?
Hey, Earnhardt, what's up, motherfucker?
You're done, man. And by the way, why so serious? She's a cop. You've been talking to her on the line.
My mic's not working. Help me.
Up, you little YouTube son bitch.
And I just found out mistakes were made. Is coming back to help me.
I know that for a fact because he left because he didn't want to get in trouble. But with Dominic White, Captain Winning, and Gomez got kicked off for it by me, Earnhardt did. You don't know me. You probably do. You probably heard a lot about me and everything, and you've tried to troll me a good bunch of times. But if you've noticed, you've been trolled by me. I've been trolling the trollers, dickhead. But I am going to do this, man. You need to stop it, and you need to say you're sorry to Sideways because he has problems, okay? If you want to come in here and ruin NASCAR, go right ahead. NASCAR is going to ruin you. I killed Brian Friends.
I got
You don't know who they are? You're going to know.
Can we back out, guys? So I can let my friend Curtis back.
No, we're not backing
No,
out.
we ain't backing out, bud. Been waiting for this for a long time.
Yeah.
What's up?
He just walked right into the Air Force. He's ISIS.
He's about to get trolled. Like he likes to troll everybody.
Put that on your stupid YouTube channel. I'm real close to getting your real name, by the way.
Well, who's that sideways fella you keep talking about?
That's me.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Well,
Yeah, when you recorded me putting me on YouTube the other day, man. Talking about you had to
which
ditch
one?
and shit. That's pretty fucked up.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah. Pretty fucked up, man. You go straight to hell.
Yep, you're going to hell, man.
Hey, what's wrong? Tell him his mic keeps cutting out.
I think he knows.
Who's that talking?
Who do you think it is?
Is that your girlfriend?
No. I've got two girls in here. You realize you got what?
What's their names? I'm looking to get some pics for my spank bang going on. Let's hook this up, man. Be my buddy.
Yeah, right.
Do they have all their teeth?
You what?
Do they have all their teeth? The girls in here.
This motherfucker shot out.
Question, really.
Oh my god. Let me ask you a
I like the
question.
accent, though.
I
do like the
that,
accent.
man.
Hey, Scorpion, what's the girls' name that are in here with you?
We weren't about women. You from Detroit?
Ask your cat buddies where I'm from. They'll tell you.
I know you're from Detroit. Yankee?
Let's not get started on the whole Yankee Southern thing because
Seriously,
you
dude.
don't have a leg to stand on. You don't have a leg to stand on with that because you lost the war.
That's
We
why you
skipped
made
up.
fun.
Is he the only one cutting out?
Yeah.
I think it's his mic.
So what's your ass is cutting out? You talk too fucking much, man.
Is that sideways again? We can be friends, man. We can really be friends. You
Friends
can help
with
me
what?
on here. Friends with me.
Couldn't be your friend, bud. I think my friend's better than that.
We can be buddies. Ask Scorpion.
Hey,
Scorpion was one of my friends
before you
about
talk to
3
me,
days.
motherfucker. You understand me? I don't fucking like you.
You really should be asking permission to talk to me if anyone's asking permission.
Why, you're a fucking bald-headed queer. I need permission to talk to you.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Alright, what's up?
Why do you think Tony Stewart's not going to get you?
Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart, he's worried about being a killer. That's what he should worry about. He doesn't have to worry about getting me in
Commandered his name. What? You and him.
Telling the truth is not slander.
Yeah, you're
Telling
slandering.
the truth is not slander. Slander is making up stories about somebody.
You're telling me the guy just walked up and her and said, "Hey."
That Tony Stewart killed that guy. That is not a lie.
I know
Whether he's
your
a
mom.
murderer
I
or
know
not,
your mom didn't tell
that's
you
an opinion.
hop out of a car and say, "Hey, run over me."
I killed himself by walking out in front of a fucking moving race car.
Yeah.
So how the fuck
And
did
if you
Tony
don't,
Stewart
if
kill
you
him?
never raced a dirt track car, don't even talk.
Hey, whether he's a murderer or not, whether he's a murderer or
the
not,
gas,
whether
turn the son of a bitch.
Whether Tony Stewart is a murderer or not, that's a matter of opinion. But he did kill that guy. Whether he did it on purpose or not is
You don't go.
only Tony Stewart really knows. I think he did it on purpose. That's my opinion. He was probably smoking pot too, is why he didn't realize he was standing in front of him.
Oh, wow, what a fucking dick.
Whoa. Who the hell? Who's in 54? Whoa, just slammed right into me for no reason.
I watched
Slam
you drive down
into
the
you.
slam into you. Slam into you? Fuck you, bitch. You just got slammed into.
Did I?
What's wrong, man?
I didn't get slammed into. I got
I'll tell
tapped.
you straight up. I'm the intimidator. Intimidator made NASCAR. You did.
No, Ricky Rudd made NASCAR along with Tom Cruise.
Ricky Rudd.
And Tom Cruise made NASCAR. Tom Cruise put NASCAR on the map. Everybody knows that.
Goddamn,
He
bro.
didn't
You
make
could
Days
have
of
gone to
Thunder,
your
no.
car or something. Fuck.
If Tom Cruise would have made Days of Thunder, no one would even know about NASCAR. We wouldn't even be playing this game right now if it wasn't for Tom Cruise. They should have a statue of Tom Cruise at
Oh,
every
but you're
single
starting to give
track.
me a fucking headache. Shut the fuck up.
I can't understand him with that dick in his mouth. I wish I could get my hands around your neck. That'd be a good time.
I wish you could too.
No, you don't really.
Oh, sideways left? He must be going to take his medication.
Dude, you're fucked up. You're a piece of shit.
You are. You are, man. And they say, and they're trying to kick me off here for shutting you down.
I tell you what, bud.
Who's
I might have my health problems, but if you ever step to me in my face, I'll knock your ass the fuck out. And then you can go run around and tell everybody how you got beat up by a fucking handicap guy. How about that?
Everybody knows I know karate.
Oh, come on, bring it, bud.
Hey,
You want my
I
address?
got one. You know karate? Look up Zach Duncan. That's who I am. Or,
Okay.
Cool.
You on the internet or what?
bud. Tell me
Is that really you? Or like, 'cause I can say I'm Chuck Norris.
Tie you up like a fucking pretzel.
Ain't nothing but a little fucking ball-headed bitch. That's all you are, man.
You've obviously seen
I
the
see you
video.
all the way on that sideways.
Did you throw a thumbs up on there?
Slap you right in your fucking ball head.
Hey, tell Sideways take his medication before the next race so he's not all shaky.
Take your medication called lubrication of white sperm.
Wow.
Well, she likes it.
Damn. You think it's funny, man? But we're gonna see who laughs last in the courtroom, just like the other did.
Okay. Should I wear cowboy boots? Hey,
And we got your picture. We took your picture when you took the video. We took a picture of you, and we sent it to Bullet Auto.
so will I be advertised by them next or what? Hey, did Sideways take his medication yet?
I don't know.
Why are you worried about me, bud? Why don't you come down here and get your medication?
If your girlfriend that's in this lobby, if she lives where you're at, I'll definitely come there.
Okay.
We're gonna hook up
All right.
afterwards.
Good. Come on. She's got 45
Chuck,
waiting on you,
Chuck,
man.
cowboy
You don't
boots or
understand.
what?
She's a prison guard. She worked for the
I
state.
like it rough. I like it rough, man. Is that the one that's...
Yeah. We like it
I'll
rough
take
too.
it. I'll take
I'll
it.
tell you
I'll
what,
take
go
it.
there, horn. Let's run it, boy. Boom. H. Lawrence Farmer. That fat ass?
Yeah,
Got
I'm
him
not sure.
kicked
I
off.
don't know who that is.
That's because you don't play Xbox. I got him kicked off on Xbox. I wasn't even on. I didn't even have to be on. I had my buddies to kick him off.
Well, what are you taking so long with me for?
I would have kicked you off 3 times and here you come back.
Speed up the process.
Speed up the process. But seriously, dude, you need to say you're sorry to him, man. It's sad. He's got a pretty woman that really stands up for him. That, you know that song, Stand By Your Man?
Well, I'll have to meet her.
No, you don't want to meet her. She wants to kick you right in the balls. And she can fight.
She says
I know
that
she
now.
can.
She says that now, but once she gets to know me, she'll be leaving.
I stood up for
You know
her.
what I mean?
That's how I met Sideways. I stood up for haters love.
Are you gonna come down here and meet her, bud?
$60 an hour as a masseuse. come on here. I work 24/7, man.
Hey, you're a masseuse? What?
Yes.
Do you do hair too? And dishes and
No.
stuff?
Good
Can you cook? Vertical is. Oh, see, that kid's gonna get racist. That's just wrong. Way to
day.
show your southern inbred hospitality.
Oh, yeah, we give you that, Yankee.
You ever get tired of fucking talking, man?
No, he loves it.
Yeah.
I got the fastest lap. I don't know how that happened because everybody crashed right in front of me.
I don't think any of us know how that happened.
You haven't seen my times, buddy? I went 43 here. I'm 41 in
That's
Daytona.
why you're in like
I
a
see your
46.
time on 52. He's a good driver. Neil Bonnet. What the hell? Davey went to school with my dad.
Come on, Foster, come grab.
Ball-headed queer.
Sadly, but
Tell her at least
not
like
gonna happen.
my fan page. Tell her to like the fan page. She can at least do that.
What fan page? Nobody likes you, dude.
That's the least she can do.
Nobody likes
Huh?
you, dude. I've already looked at your fan page. I've looked at everything you got.
Tell your
Everything I haven't got is your real name yet. And it's coming.
I'm sure if you look,
Yes,
sure
it's
if
gonna
you
give it to
look
me.
just a little bit, you'll be able to find it. If you have one of these girls, text me pics for the spank bank, you'd have my name right away. But they don't want to take one for the team, it appears.
Yeah.
Just tell them take one for the team. Hey girls, take one for the team. Wink, wink. Nah.
Or did you just try to get your mouth with a dick or something? I'm gonna kick you, you little pussy ass bitch! What the hell was that?
That was pretty uncalled for. Hey Foster, go ahead and IM me your phone number. We'll get this over with. Foster.
No one's giving you phone number.
Hey, Foster, go ahead and IM me your phone number. We'll get this over with. You're taking one for the team.
No. Hey,
It's a team effort you guys got going on, so take one for the team. You have to start doing your part.
now I'm gonna get my air
You take
pressures up.
steroids?
We're gonna go and jack them up, and we're gonna fuck you up. Me, Foster, Sideways, and why so serious? It's gonna whoop both of your candy asses. If the smell, what the truth is cooking. No more talking. I'm fucking you up.
You really need to change that screen name. Earnhardt died. It's not good.
No.
That's legend of life, man.
Well, dumbass, it's a break. Yep, here with everybody else talking to Finn. Oh, the dumbass.
Go fuck yourself.
Only one that's fucking Rob's loving.
That's all, man. That's what y'all want. No cautions. Don't want to wreck. Don't want to make fun of people. Go fuck your goddamn throwing shit somewhere else.
Hey, buddy, you better come down.
Blood pressure one.
Go fuck yourself, motherfucker. You don't know me, and you ain't gonna want to know me, buddy. I'm the one that kicked every goddamn car off here, and Earnhardt did it well. If he don't get his shit off of there, he's next.
I've been next for like 3 years. When are you gonna?
I ain't known you for 3 years, dumbass.
Just let me pics for my spank bank later. Watch.
You took her right the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what they do. What do you expect?
Literally.
I almost hit the pace car.
What do you think, man?
Hey, if you like that fucking video, click that one there. You might like it too. Bye.
Let me help you out here. Matt Genevis from Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. This is the scary part, folks. He's a former Marine. Making fun of kids online, and I stood up for these kids. You see why? See why I got mad? I've been doing it for so long, 8 years. This guy is the only one that I have had problems with. The other ones got arrested and they went to prison. Some of them changed their lives and went back to me and said they were sorry and stuff like that. But this guy right here has a problem. He has a child. He's got a woman. And he's wanting to have he wants to have sex with these kids online. That child was only 13 years old. He wanted her phone number. And this guy's like in his 30s, maybe 40s. His voice sounds like fucking Urkel. And he's got 79,000 subscribers because bullying is number one. Trolling is bullying. We figured that out when Obama signed the executive order, which that was a good thing. He did a great thing on that. But it was to set up, the trollers set up hate speech for us to lose our freedom online. That's why there's no mics on NASCAR no more. They're about to cut the mics off on YouTube. They're about to cut off everything. It's all set up. Matt Genovese was paid by the NWO to do this. Now, the question is, do you want to lose your freedom, kids, to trollers like that? You subscribe to him, you're in love with him, he's not getting a lot of views, so he has a fake account to message me named Kara to get more views because he's losing views. See where I'm coming from? So, this match is last. This is a good one, but just thought I might tell you that. I've got some more. I want y'all to understand this. And I've been shutting down bullies for 8 years, I guess. 2010, I think. I think it's been 2010. They thought I was just a kid on there playing. They thought I was a kid, folks, because I acted like one. It's all about undercover. Well, let's see here. Melody, you're awesome, though. I really appreciate that. 74 videos she's got now on there. You're awesome. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I really appreciate everything you've done. Let's go to it. Let's see if we can find some more since we're waiting on some more. Let's see if there's any breaking news. Holy cow. A lot of breaking news. Are you kidding me? Okay. Wow. Breaking. Earthquakes. Earthquake activity on the rise. Large unrest showing. Keep watch this week. What did I say was going to happen this week? 27th or the 28th, we're going to have the big one, folks. Haven't got the date right yet, but I'm telling you, it's one of them 2 days. Could be the bad one, folks. They are still getting people off the park area at the Yellowstone. This is big, folks. This is big. Let's listen to some of this while this game designs are still going. Hope y'all are enjoying the show. I thought I would bring you what I used to do, shutting down bullies for women, kids, and handicapped. Now I do it on Facebook, YouTube, and, I did it for Craigslist, but Craigslist got shut down. I did a good job on that. I got all of them down on that. And then we got back page off. We did a good job on that. And now we still have Xbox and PlayStation and Facebook and YouTube to keep on shutting them down. Shutting down the devil, slapping the devil in the face, and that's what I'm doing. Thanks for the 5 likes. What a match.
Hello, everybody. It is 10:04 p.m. Central Time on the 22nd of July, 2018, Sunday night here in the States, Monday internationally already. And I hope you had a good weekend. We're starting another week, and we are here for another earthquake forecast tonight on Sunday night. Now, we're going to do it a little differently tonight. What we're going to do is first the update, then a quick 1 minute intermission, then going straight into the forecast. So that all being said, let me welcome in everybody here who's new. We are live, so we're going to have all kinds of little issues that pop up when we are live as live streams go. So let me tell you what you're looking at. You're looking at a globe that shows us the past 48 hours worth of earthquakes, Earthquake 3D. And we're using the USGS along with the EMSC, European Agency, as well as the GeoNet down here in New Zealand, just to get a complete picture of what's happening across the Pacific and over towards Europe. So we have a tremendous amount of activity that took place over the last 24 hours. So let's dive right into the deep end on the earthquakes which struck. And display capture on, you can see my mouse. We're going to start over here down south near New Zealand with last night's 5.2 that struck right on the plate boundary as expected, fulfilling the forecast for this past week for New Zealand. We had issued the warning for it. It took up to day 6 going into day 7 for it to happen, but there it is. And we can just go back a few days and you can see the 5s on either side of New Zealand, fulfilling the rest of the forecast for the Kermadex and down south near the letter X. Letter X is a termination point. Letter D is a point where the force starts, where our deep earthquakes begin. So our deep earthquakes push up on the underside of the plate and it spreads down and out and away from the deep earthquake original location epicenter. So over to the west, look what we got today, a new 5.5 striking in the middle of our warned area. We were looking for up to a 5.9. 5.5 is a direct earthquake forecast hit as well for the location. It follows the previous deep earthquake, which was a 4.4 at 538 kilometers deep. We told you 538, if we consult our depth to magnitude conversion chart, you'll see it here on the screen, we add on 1.1 magnitude to this 4.4, adding on 1.1 takes us up to 5.5, and we have a 5.5 striking in the middle of the silent zone next to the deep quake the next day. So check it off the list if you're keeping track of areas that we named. Now we get over here into the West Pacific and look at the mess of quakes, but one thing they all have in common, at least going out up towards Taiwan, they're almost all the exact same size. 4.5, 4.4, 4.3, 4.5, 4.5, in the middle 5.4, which they downgraded, by the way, to 5.2, but okay, 5.2. Well, over to the west, we got a 5.2 in the middle of...
I don't know if Dutch is subscribed to me or not. I subscribe to him and he knows that, but they downgrade the earthquakes because they don't want no panic. They try to downgrade them. It was a 5.2. I've asked that for Edward Snowden, and he said that's what the plan was. They're trying to not worry the people because they want you to keep on slaving and make more money while you're going to die, pretty much.
Sumatra, Indonesia. That was yesterday, and the previous day we also had a 5.2 at Sumatra, Indonesia, right next to the same location. Today, a new 5.1 striking just downstream. You see which way the arrow points, right? Now guess what's right here at this 5.2? Mount Kerinci just showed up on the Volcanic Ash Advisory Center today with multiple new blasts. Not normally on the feed at all, so Kerinci on the feed, meaning there's new ash eruptions. There's also a volcano right next to it that's erupting, Mount Krakatoa. Now you may have heard of Krakatoa before. Well, this is the child of Krakatoa, the leftover remnants of the blown-away volcano the blast heard around the world. We may have all heard of it in school before. Next to that is Mount Agung, which is also erupting on the tiny island of Bali again today. So a lot of 5.0 activity, and then over to the west, Indian Ocean went into motion, 2 of the same-sized earthquakes. First this one, then this one. So first the one to the north, then the one to the south. But force is flowing all the way over to Iran, which we're going to explain in a second. But This force is coming out of the West Pacific and it travels across the plate boundaries. Plate boundaries light up with activity, all the same size. That's why we got the same size activity spreading out across 2,000 miles of the West Pacific, going from Taiwan down to Indonesia, over all the way to the Solomon Islands east of Papua New Guinea, all 4.5. So here's the way I want you to imagine this. How much force do you think it would take to displace the entire West Pacific on a 4.5 basis and a 5 point something right in the middle of the whole bunch today? This is all today, and we'll get yesterday's out of there. So here is today. You can see the middle point moved the most, and then the surrounding area also moved adjacent, but a huge mass was moved in the course of a day. That's the fact. That's what's going on. Now we go up here across the Aleutian Island chain, and yesterday, going into this morning, that 5.0 struck in the Aleutians. Today, new 4.0 activity struck downstream, over here to the east, 4.4, right at the bend of the plate, where we catch most of the pressure, and it doesn't progress beyond here until we get a break or a large push. I'll explain that in the forecast tonight as we go along. Now we need to get in here to the Mideast, where we have 2 direct earthquake forecast hits in the same day. First of all, we'll talk about the earthquake that struck in western Iran at the Iraq border. If you've been paying attention to my updates this week, you know that we issued the warnings for Iran. I said salam. I went out of my way to get the warning out this past week to try and get it to the people there. We warned the area west of Tehran where the 2 arrows come together at the Iraq border. We warned you for 5.4 to 5.5, I think is where we took it. Well, here's the 5.9. Just a little bit larger than expected, striking right in the warned area in the right time. Unfortunately, guys, there's 150 people that were at least injured. I don't know if there's been any fatalities, but at least 150 reported injured.
That's bad. Guys, there are going to be more fatalities. European is involved with all this. Like I said, Prince Williams and Prince Harry tweeted to Obama that everybody must die. Well, this is what I got to say for y'all. Okay? They must die. And that's all I got to say. They're not coming to take our fucking land. I am Woodrow, and this is Lonesome Dove. Come on, Indians. I'm going to shoot you one by one.
Injuries can be averted if somehow the people in Iran were able to get the warning. Now, I know that the YouTube is blocked in some portion or some way. There's a lot of political beef and all kinds of crap between the countries. I don't care about that crap. I'm doing this for the whole world. And for the people who are in Iran, we issued the warning days ahead of time. 6 days ahead of time. Last Sunday night. Okay, really, that's 7 days ago. But last Sunday night, we issued the warning for this. And then we want...
Amy, I told you Dutch was going to get pissed off. Because if you did not know this, and I'm going to tell you now, me, Dutch, and Kevin Shipp and Edward Snowden don't give a damn what the government's trying to do to us. We're going to keep on. And that's the bottom line. Because we said so. We're going to die anyways. We're going to die fucking trying. Wolverine, motherfucker.
Throughout the week, and it built up, and you became a huge silent zone. If you go watch my update from last night, 24 hours ago, we were talking about this being an open area where there were no earthquakes. And I showed what was coming across, and I told the people in Iran to watch out, and we told you where to watch, so it got hit directly with a 5.9. Also, after that, a new 5.5 struck here in central Iran along the plate boundary, and a 5.4 started off the day. Now, we had warned right here at the Pakistan-Iran border. This is over 200 miles away, so I would consider this an earthquake forecast miss. We had warned for 5.0 activity to hit at the Pakistan-Iran border right here. So it hit right here. And I consider that a miss. If it's over 200 miles, it's a miss. But those are the earthquakes we were looking for. It's just slightly off to the west on the plate boundary. Why? There's 2 volcanoes next to each location I didn't know about. Well, I mean, I knew there were volcanoes there. I didn't take them into account when I issued the warning. I should have. Well, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Try to get in 200 miles. It's a miss, even though it's a direct earthquake forecast hit on the day, on the magnitude, in the country, at the spot, in the region. But I'm trying to get it down under our region into a 200-mile stretch. And now, let's go over to the west because we have more activity to talk about. A series of 4s progressed out across the Mid-East going into Turkey with a new 5.0, 4.9. Also, North Israel moved right in the middle of the Sea of Galilee. This is right on the plate boundary, and it's right on the border of Syria and Israel. Down to the south, that's where it came from. Came up out of the Red Sea. It took all week to happen. But we warned right here. Instead, the 6.0 hit right here. Okay, so all week long it took. Now, why did that happen? It looks like the force came up and around, and instead of coming across the Red Sea, it went around Saudi Arabia and came up on the plate boundary to the other side. We warned here at Sunday night for this portion to move, and instead this portion moved. Now, it's not done yet, and that's going to be in the forecast for this week. Now that a new 5.0 earthquake has struck right at the mouth of the Aegean Sea, we can check this location off the list as well. It took up to day 7 for that to happen. So a 4.9, 5.0 is pushing in on Europe right now. It's on your doorstep of Greece and South Europe, Italy. You're all about to get hit over the next several days. I'm going to have you in my forecast as well. Let's quickly jump across over to the East Pacific and show you the earthquakes from last night. You see the 4.5 here on our letter D, and we go back to yesterday and we had our 5.2. Well, same time that was happening, around the same time, South Sandwich Islands got hit by a 5.1. Well, that's not much loss of energy, is it? To go from a 5.2 to a 5.1, 1,500 to 2,000 miles away. Well, that's the way it goes, especially with these deep earthquakes. These deep earthquakes put pressure out and away, far away from where the deep earthquake epicenters happen. This 5.6 is our player for the next 6 days or 5 days. And we're incorporating this deep earthquake into the forecast for the next several days. So far, both sides, 5s. Well, we expect something larger to happen in the next several days. Let's go over here. Galapagos got hit right at the...
Speaking of 4 days, Kevin Harvick wins the race in New Hampshire. 4 days left until the big one. 4 is the number as the race car, Kevin Harvick. 4 is 4 days until the 27th.
Tip of the eastern portion of the Galapagos, we have an eruption at Sierra Negra. Looking at the Volcanic Ash Advisory Center, Aoba, Reventador, Sabancaya, Bagana, Tucono, Corinzi, like I told you guys. Aoba, Corinzi, Bagana, Sabancaya, repeat, Popocatépetl over in Mexico. Down in South America, Reventador again, Sabancaya again. And we just carry on into yesterday, which is right here. So we have an increase happening over in the West Pacific, over at our volcanoes in Indonesia, while here we're pretty much maintaining status quo. We have Sabancaya down here.
By the way, I created Sarah Logan from Stephanie McMahon's face. Looks just like her, believe it or not. And I skewed her face. And I put the United States Championship, Women's Championship I created. And I created the Rawls number 25, which that was a lot easier than others. But I created that one. I hope y'all enjoy the game designs more and the news that I give out, the free and real freedom news. Maybe I need to be called the Freedom Station.
South Peru, and we have a Reventador right here in Ecuador, and Sierra Negra erupting last night. I mean, we consider that within the last 24 hours. Right there with our 4.6 earthquake striking next to it. That's almost a 5.0 earthquake striking next to another volcano. That's a normal occurrence. We get into Mexico, and a 5.1 is reported by the USGS. However, Mexican agency shows it at 5.3. And according to...
And thank you for the 5 likes. Much love, folks. I love you all.
Talking to Casimirio, one of my viewers who's well connected down here, goes down here all the time. It was a larger earthquake as well. It was felt across the area, and it may have even caused some localized damage in the location. Well, that's a pretty deep earthquake to cause localized damage. Now, localized damage reports come from social media, so...
By the way, there is breaking news on SummerSlam. On the SmackDown side, there's going to be a tournament for the Bludgeon Brothers for the tag team. If you want to see a tag team tournament before we start the men's tournament, let me know, and I'll start it tomorrow. And I'll start getting the tag teams ready tonight. If you want to see a tag team tournament on my YouTube channel, just comment down below or comment now. Let me know what you think, and we'll start it. It'll be something different, and it will be the first time I've ever done this.
Take them with a grain of salt, right? That's not coming from my buddy Kaz. It's coming from social media reports. So 136 kilometers deep, though, that's relatively deep enough that it shouldn't be causing too much damage. I mean, when I say damage, it's probably like people getting stuff knocked off a shelf or something. Okay, so that's where we are in the Central America portion of this. We go over to the east, we have no new update for the people in Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, other than to tell you, you've leveled off at 3s, and you stay at 3s. The highest we went this past week was 4.4, and that was more several days ago, 3 days ago. And here we are now, and all we got are 3s. But look at where they are. They're directly in between the two portions of the islands, Dominica and Puerto Rico. So those two portions are going to be getting hit in the next week, and I have you in the forecast as well. Let's jump across to Hawaii. Guys, for my Hawaiian viewers, look at what's going on here. This might take a minute to explain, but I'll try and get through it quickly. Here, around this brown splotch that you see, a giant oval shape brown splotch, in the last day, that's Mauna Loa volcano. And I'll show it to you here on Google Earth to give you a better perspective. Now, we're not going to have to look at a brown splotch much longer, thanks to 40 Blocks, who's a...
We'll stick with this because this is big. He's going to talk about California in a minute. But I'm going to do some of the designs, or not designs, but set up for the next tournament and everything for tomorrow while you're listening to this. Okay, folks? I'm working hard for y'all. I love every one of y'all. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking. Your share is word of mouth of keeping the kids safe. All right? All right.
A programmer who might be in here right now, don't know, working on a new earthquake program. It's going to be giving us all the earthquake information and much more in a different but yet the same somewhat looking format that you're somewhat used to. But
I'm going to probably do a women's tag team championship before October 2. Before the new game comes out. That would be cool. That'd probably be interesting. What do y'all think? If you like that, like it. If you don't, we won't do it. But I'm going to do something right now.
all kinds of new features and a great new look. Crisp, clean, functional with new graphics, everything. Incredible. So we're going to be having that in the next several weeks, but now we'll have to use Google Earth. And zooming in, what we're looking at is Mauna Loa's crater and our earthquake swarm, and I'm going to call it a swarm now since we're reaching over 10 quakes in the last several days. We go back 48 hours, take a look at it. Do you see this cluster of quakes over here to the west side? We have two different clusters and then a third one along the coast. The third one along the coast has also developed in the past few days, and the third one along the coast is not associated with Kilauea. Let's just get that out of the way too. So these two clusters over to the west are associated with Mauna Loa. So they're getting to the level where I would call them a separate swarm on top of the swarm that's happening right to the east of it. Now a swarm indicates that there's something going on. It's not just a few earthquakes anymore. It's now developed into two distinct clusters in the past 48 hours. They're also pretty much all the same size and magnitude, except for the threes that are striking along the southern flanks of Mauna Loa.
Huh.
So I'm going to go pull the coordinates just for any one of these. We could pull one from right in the middle. Let's just get one from right in the middle. This 2.5. So this will, and the depth on this, negative 1.7 km. Well, that puts us up inside of Mauna Loa. It's still below the surface. It's not up in the air, guys. This is down below the crater. So where are we? Look where we are. We are now on a different portion of the center fracture across Mauna Loa crater. Now before, where we started 3 days ago, up here, right here. How do I know? Because I remember this spot. That's how I know. So I remember zooming in on this and seeing this little formation here. This is where we started,
There it is.
and now here we are down here further across this fissure that goes all the way across the center of the crater. And that's just where we are. I mean, what can I say? We can spread out in each direction from there and show you what's outwards and away from there. Lava flows in each direction. But this is all happening up inside of Mauna Loa itself.
Wow.
So that's what's going on up at the crater, earthquakes. Now we go down to the south, and again, I'll pull an earthquake from right in the middle of this whole bunch, this 2.6, and then we'll just kind of show you what's around there. So what do I think's going on as we're looking this all up? I think Mauna Loa is slightly shifting now, and I've said for the last several days, you give this volcano a little elbow room, it's going to take it. And so it's going to try to bulge out a little bit on the sides underneath. Still, and we're getting this negative kilometer depth stuff because it's up inside of the volcano where the magma chamber is starting to bulge a little bit. Why? Because next to it, this old thing has collapsed. Kilauea is fully collapsed.
Like I said,
out
it was going to
all
collapse.
the way over here next
We
to
called
Lalani
it
Estates,
in May.
which is right here. We have a
Unable
fissure
to
that formed
locate
in
all
Lalani
current
Estates and
participants.
has now gone up
The
and
missing
around. It
participants will be
comes back
replaced
down
by
here along the
Bluebird.
coast. It's
What?
amazing stuff what's going on.
Wow,
So,
I didn't know that.
Now,
Okay.
with this collapsed and drained, this is starting to expand a little bit. And when I say a little bit, it's now picked up. I mean, we're increasing from where we were. We go back a full look. Here's or 6 days. 6 days shows a spread of earthquakes around the outside perimeter of Mauna Loa entirely, and they're all the same size: 3.2, 3.4, 3.2. Let me point them out: 3.2 down here, 3.4 down here,
Yeah, I'll be in there, so-
3.2 up here, and then you get over here, it's hard to see, but there's another 3.2 mixed in over here,
Yeah.
and down here, of course, Kilauea with all its separate
Or
swarm.
not.
But this is a new
Be awesome.
circular swarm that's formed around Mauna Loa, no doubt about it. And this lone 2.9 up here to the west-northwest of Mauna Kea, just signifying even the other volcanoes are shifting slightly. And we also saw a 2.9 over at Hualalai, and that was like 7 days ago. So the other volcanoes up to the north slightly shifting, but the volcano right next to it, it is on the move now. There's no doubt about it. So along the coast, though, what's going on along the coast? We go down here from the earthquake, and we go down here. Pahala. There's only a few things down here, and I think these are ancient formations. We zoomed in on one the other day, but I mean, there's nothing here that I see of any
Wow.
crater-wise. That doesn't, like this is what we zoomed in on. So I have to zoom in at an angle to show it to you because it's actually got a hill rise to it, and it's somewhat circular shape. So this is some kind of old, I have no idea. I mean, I really don't. So we're kind of on a guess game right there. I don't like to guess at anything. So here we are. We have an earthquake swarm happening on the flanks of Mauna Loa, and it's going down to the ocean. Now, right off the shores, what's off the shores? We get right down here, Loihi. So the earthquakes are striking back up here on the backside of Loihi, in between Loihi and Mauna Loa. Now, I've heard that Loihi and Mauna Loa have a connected magma chamber. That's just a rumor I heard. I remember somebody said that, it was a couple of weeks ago. Just scrolling by in chat, somebody said that. I don't know if that's accurate. I'll have to go do some research on that. But the point being, we've got a swarm going from Mauna Loa down to the seashore, somewhere right along there. And then just to the south, we have Loihi.
I believe Daniel said something about that swarm. I think he's right. There is a swarm going on. And I think he's like 1,400 earthquakes in one day. That's crazy. That is crazy. You couldn't sleep.
Okay, well, that's what's going on to the west of Kilauea. At Kilauea proper, the ongoing swarm is still taking place. We go over to the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory really quick. Check their update page. They did update it today, and they don't have very much new, exciting information that you guys might, find exciting to read. But it's just giving you an update on the status of the sulfur dioxide emissions and
Thank you for the 6 likes.
the seismic update, which I'm giving you now, of course, has a little bit more detail. So, here's what we've got. Kilauea Summit. We've got pictures. Okay, this is just a static picture. HD, though, showing the collapse and the sides of this as this is broken off and fallen in. It's almost like a chalky appearance to it, but that is solid.
Hey, Amy, I'm on here late. I mean late. I'm staying on here longer than usual. There's something big about to happen with Dutch tonight. He's pissed off at the government. You should have heard him a while ago. But I'm staying on here late, and we're going to do a Dusty Rhodes tournament. Since this is happening right now. Dutch is on fire right now. He is pissed off at the government. Somebody's been trying to call him. He said, I don't give a damn what you think. It was awesome.
Rock. And then we go down here. Look at this. Oh, that's an awesome picture. Boy, whoever's doing the staff geologist picture stuff is doing some great work. Okay, well, look down here. Look at this. We still have a vigorous ongoing flow from Kilauea's.
That's because we're all on the same team. Thanks for the 7 likes. You don't understand. We are breaking it down tonight. Even shutting down the bullies, showing you how I shut them down for the last 8 years. You missing a good show. All I got to say is hit the rerun button, because all I got to say is dynamite.
Fissure 8 that formed all the way over next to Pu'u'o'o. We're going to have to name this thing at some point. If you guys will have to come up with a name for it. Somebody should propose it on social media. Come up with a vote
I'm in this match.
And name it,
I'm
because
Undertaker.
it is getting big. And it's going to be there for a long time. This lava river is ongoing. And the reason it is ongoing is because of the pressure coming down on top of it from the weight of the collapse of this.
Well, Kevin Harvick won the race today. Guess what? Number 4 is number 4, the number 4 days out. And Dutch is all over it. He says the West Coast is just complete in shambles right now. Seattle, Washington, earthquakes, 5.3 today. All I can say is, welcome to what we were trying to tell everybody for the last, 4 years. And get this. You ready for this, Amy? That blue and white map has got almost over 100,000 views. You don't think they're waking up? I bet you they are. I'm getting more subscribers. Unbelievable.
This is not there anymore. It doesn't look anything like this anymore. As a matter of fact, this whole thing is not like it used to be anymore. It's fully collapsed. And when I say fully, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, because it's like 2/3 collapsed. So let me show it to you. We still have a digital image up here that we can show you, hopefully. There it is. And just check this out. So I've shown it all week long. We're going to look at it again. 3-dimensional image of the collapsed crater and caldera. So the crater used to be right where the deepest portion of this is, and then the caldera going around it also collapsing. And out of the center of this crater has been coming intermittent puffs of steam on a semi-regular basis. And I can show that to you. I think I can show it to you here. USGS live stream, which they have running on YouTube, coming from the caldera itself. This is coming from the HVO, which is positioned on the side of the caldera. Now what I want to do is just take this back several hours, and maybe we might see it. Oh, we got there we go. Look at that storm. That's cool. That you don't see that every day. That's really cool. Okay, what I want to show you are started about, well, you might not see them throughout the day. You actually do. Okay. As I bring it forward, you'll see little puffs of steam that start to come up, and then these are collapses, of course. That's not a little puff of steam. You can tell the difference between a collapse and the dust in the dark nature and the relative weight of this particle matter in the air. It falls out very quickly, as opposed to this really is white and billows up like a cloud. So you see that going on, and then throughout the day, we get these steam puffs coming up like this. Now that's going up into a cloud, which is something we don't normally get to see. So you don't normally get to see that every day, but enough steam is coming off over the area that it's becoming a regular occurrence on a daily basis, like a chugging of a steam engine. Okay? That's what's going on in Hawaii at the center of the crater. The steam is coming out in the morning and in the evening, especially when we can see it before it gets vaporized off. This is 1,500 feet deep, or approximately. And you got to imagine on a hot summer day, with all the rock and other things going on there, that steam's not going to make it much up out of the crater unless there's a lot. And it's been coming up out of the crater, which means there's a lot of steam. And if there's a lot of steam, there's a lot of heat. If there's a lot of heat, where's the heat coming from? Heat's coming from the collapsed tube. Collapsed tube goes down to the upper reaches of the magma chamber. Magma chamber's empty. Heat coming up like a chimney. And eventually, what's going to happen, and I think it's going to happen pretty soon, is that fissure 8, let's jump back over and show that to you again, the lava flow here, this will start to die out. Right now, look at it. It's still going vigorous as of yesterday and today, bubbling up out of there, splattering up, making this cone larger and larger as it builds up and flows out the sill, which goes around it. You can see it goes all the way down to the ocean where that steam is at the upper right-hand corner of the screen, going up into the clouds, right? Okay, well, that is going to die out here. I think I put it at a 2-week mark, and that was 10 to 11 days ago. So we have 3 to 4 more days to go while we're watching this to see if this thing slows down in my watch time. Now, the USGS put it at 2 months. They think it was going to continue to go vigorously. And then after that, they think it would start to slow down. When it starts to slow down, whether it's my time frame or their time frame, it will start to rebuild here at the top. It'll start to fill up in the magma chamber. More heat will be forced out first. Then gases. Sulfur dioxide gas emissions will increase. That will be another sign of magma starting to come back up as opposed to just heat. So 2 things will show up. One you can see, one we have to wait for them to report. What can we see? We can see the steam and the puffs and the intermissions of that and the vigorous nature of steam that starts coming out of the center of the crater like geysers. But then we also have to watch for them to talk about increased sulfur dioxide emissions up at the top, up here at the crater. When that happens, you'll know magma starting to reintrude back inside the chamber. You also see this thing over here start to die out at fissure 8, and those things combined will be the signs that magma's coming back up inside, and when it does, it's going to hit this collapsed crater filled with rubble. The force is going to come up, out, and around, and then it will blow through at some point with a new crater, somewhere either inside of the caldera or around the top of the caldera. Now, we would hope it comes up inside, and the steam that is rising already out of the center of this thing is enough to indicate that it's probably going to come out down in the middle of where it was formerly, that it'll blow out there. You hope that, as opposed to getting bottlenecked there and blowing out somewhere else.
That's I'm beating you, punk.
It's possible
Right
either
into
way.
the freaking.
Those
that's
are the
what happens when
possibilities.
you
It's
do that
not
to
going
me.
to just ooze slowly and melt the rock and form a new crater somehow through collapsing. It's going to build up and blow it out. It's got to clear its throat. It's got to clear all those tubes out down at the bottom of that collapsed crater. And that's just a matter of time. So watch out and continue to watch over at Mauna Loa. At this point, with this amount of seismic activity, something's shifting. Now, you hope that the shift wouldn't lead to any eruptive activity. If we see anything more, if we start seeing dozens or hundreds of small earthquakes strike at Mauna Loa, then we'll start to look for something to erupt at Mauna Loa. It's just a simple fact. Right now, we're toying around with that idea. We're toying around with Mauna Loa, possibly showing some activity. Possibly. Only if it's up in seismic activity first. Right now, it's on the edge of that. If we started to get to dozens, I'd really start to worry. And then if it got to hundreds, I would be telling you it's going to go. So right now, we're below dozens, but we're above just a couple. Okay? Do you follow me on that? Now, if you live in Hawaii, first of all, there was an eruption of Mauna Loa in 1983. So it's not like it's a game changer for Hawaii. This is a normal occurrence, and if it were to show any activity, I think it would be over here on the Kilauea side, and I don't think it would be as big as anybody might think, that the reason this whole thing's shifting is because this whole thing's collapsing. So, it's expanding a little bit, so I don't think it's going to lead to an eruption. I just don't. So, is it possible? Well,
yes.
I've said this before.
It is possible.
Possible and likely are 2 different things. Possible is possible. It's also possible that I said the UFO example last night. I'll use, it's also possible that the Earth is flat. Just kidding, guys. Come on. I was just seeing if you're paying attention. But seriously, it's more possible, that aliens could land on the
That's
White
funny.
House lawn. I mean, it's within the realm of universal possibilities, but is it likely? No, it's not likely. Not in a...
Hey, Amy, Melody has got over 74 videos of me. It's like she's got a whole collection of my videos set up right under my YouTube channel, way ahead of everybody else. And that's how we're setting it up. You can do the same thing if you want to have a playlist. I've noticed some more other people are doing that too, and that might help. I don't know, but anything can help. But enjoy Nexus versus the Bludgeon Brothers, CM Punk that I created, and Barrett, Bad News Barrett that I created versus the Bludgeon Brothers. This is going to be good. Enjoy. Nexus versus the Bludgeon Brothers. Whoever would have thought that would happen? Only me.
Snowball's chance in hell. There we go. So have a chance for earthquake activity. Yes. Have a chance for volcanic activity. Not now. When we look over to the United States really quickly, let's jump into the update for the USA. We do have some activity that hit, but not too much. We have a 2.7 and 2.5 in the Midwest at the pumping operations, 2.9 and 2.8 in Southern California.
Believe it or not, I used kind of like, okay, Drew McIntyre's face on Barrett, and I kind of used like, I don't know how to explain it. I used Vince McMahon's face, took the wrinkles out, and skewed his face with CM Punk. Kind of looks like his father. Just kidding, but that's the way I did it. I used them two, and then the tattoos. Whew, that was fun to do. I don't know how to explain it, but it was not easy. I had to make it not as like CM Punk's real tattoos. I kind of made it look, but I didn't, because I've been hearing a lot of reports on game designs have been getting sued by tattoo artists that did CM Punk or Brock Lesnar's or Randy Orton's tattoos. So I had to change it up, but enjoy. I think I did a good job with one eye.
Yeah, right next to Salton Sea in the slow slip. 6 up north of San Francisco at Geysers, and at 2.1 up in Washington State on the fault zone next to Yakima, which was next to that collapsed quarry. But I have to turn on our 0.0 and greater feed to get a good picture of what's really going on. So if that's all the earthquakes that are reported on the felt earthquake feed or the 2.0 and greater feed, we need to look at everything to get a good, complete picture. Looking at the West Coast, you'll be able to see clusters of earthquakes going up and down the coast. Okay, so these clusters of earthquakes are in a diagonal.
Here we go. This is what I've been reporting on Facebook Live and Facebook. Here we go. We're about to hit it right here. Listen to what he says. What I said is what he's saying. We're both on the same page. And that don't usually happen on YouTube.
No line that connect from Southern California, where we have several swarms, going up across the creeping section of the San Andreas, leading us up here to Geysers, California, past up into the North Sacramento Valley next to Sutter Buttes, which are a series of volcanoes and pumping operations. But then we get up here and we have a big open area. Gigantic open area, not showing any earthquakes at all. And we've got a little bit of an issue that needs to be raised here, and I'm going to raise it tonight. But before I roast any professionals or give anybody too hard of a time, I want to draw your attention to it and direct everybody to go over to the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network's website, which I suppose I can take you over to the PNSN website. And you can go to their seismogram page and go to their seismogram list. And on their seismogram list, let's wait for this to load.
if it loads. They haven't been
It's not
loading.
my internet connection, guys. I'm blazing fast here. Volcano Discovery opens right up. Let's go.
I'm telling you guys, they haven't been loading nothing up for the USGS lately, folks. I'm telling you, they're hiding something. Remember that. I tried to warn y'all.
Back over to PNSN and go on the seismic rampage. Tick tock, tick tock. Let's go to the map.
He's having problems, guys.
There we
There it
go.
is,
They got the
finally.
map. Okay. Well, guys,
Wow.
if you go check these stations, you're welcome to come in and check them.
There's a bunch
I'm not
of
gonna
fracking
waste your
going
time
on, I see.
tonight showing you a bunch of small earthquakes, other than to tell you there are small earthquakes being reported in Oregon. And for instance, let's just open one of these up and show you what we got going on. See if this is just a random selection. Okay, and we just need to go back previous. Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay. Okay. I see how this is going to go. Everyone in chat who was here earlier today, when we went to the site and checked for earthquakes, there were earthquakes all over the feeds.
Now they're gone.
We showed it to you live and gave you the live stream
They're
link.
gone, everyone.
I told you I was going to be addressing it tonight.
He's gone. They're hiding something, folks. Dutch is right. Guys, I'm telling you, get the fuck out of California now. Get out of the West Coast now. Telling you right now. Shit is about to hit the fan. And I mean, you're going to be in knee deep, maybe head over heel shit.
And also, I told you that we had shared links around the world
Oh
for
my
everybody to
God.
go observe for themselves.
Oh my God, we're
Now
right.
I'm coming over and I'm seeing that in spots where we would have earthquakes, we have little missing areas.
Amy, they're gone. Everything is gone, just like I told you over the phone or over the messenger.
Isn't that wonderful? Well, my example is now kaput. I will come back and address this at another time.
Unbelievable.
Let's carry on, shall we?
He's
In
pissed.
California, down to the south. What I was getting at here, by the way, guys, is that there are earthquakes striking in Oregon that show on the charts. The first chart that I open up is
Let 'em have it, Dutch.
completely blank and shows even a little blank spot where they're, oh, what's something? Oh, my God. Okay. You saw it all for your eyes earlier today. If you didn't, you missed it, man. I've got screenshots in Discord, but I'm not opening Discord now.
Well, I just took some words right out of Wade Barrett's words. California, West Coast. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Get the fuck out.
California, swarming. Multiple volcanoes. Let me name them for you again. Geysers, California, at Clear Lake, swarm. Cluster, or near a swarm, right next to Sutter Buttes and the oil pumping operations in North Sacramento Valley. We're back up here.
By the way, I have a special guest if she shows up tomorrow. She's been wanting to talk about this, wants to sit down and talk about this on YouTube. Felicia from Coleman County has been saying the same stuff I have. It's scary as hell, but I'm loving it. We are on the same page. She wants to come and talk about this one-on-one with the great one. And I'm going to tell you straight up. I said, look, I don't have gas money. I don't have a lot of work. Don't have a lot of jobs right now. I said, but I would love for you to come and me and you talk about this during the game designs. If she shows up tomorrow, she said yesterday she was coming, but she's been having Wi-Fi problems. They've been fucking with her on the internet. That she wants to come here tomorrow to do that. And I'm going to be honest with you. More power to you and more team work, because she has got the same plan as Katrinka did when she passed away. I want all the team we can have. I don't care. But Felicia Parker wants to come tomorrow. You're welcome. And I want you and me to be on live YouTube tomorrow. This is something you may don't want to miss, I'm going to let her say her side on YouTube Live. And then we'll talk mine later because I've been talking mine. Now I want to hear her side of the story. Anybody else that wants to do that is welcome to. Or talk on the cell phone and I put the speaker on and put it on live. Whatever you want to do. But we need to get the word out. Felicia wanted to do this on her own. I never asked her to. She said, can I please come and meet you and talk about this? Yes, you can. And we will.
Northwest of Incline Village, of Sunflower, west of the geothermal pumping operations at Steamboat Springs Volcano. Going down to the south, we have 3 distinct clusters, one at Mammoth Mountain, one at Mono Lake, one across the border over at Aurora Bodie Crater. Let me show all of these to you, and then we'll quickly get into...
Looks like Nexus beats the Bludgeon Brothers. Looks like we're having new tag team champions. Oh, and by the way, I put in every move these wrestlers had. They're not even on the game, folks. These wrestlers are not even on the game. I created them just like you would see in a game. Nobody else does it like that.
The forecast after that. So starting here, down to the south, we start at Clear Lake Volcano, where the swarm is the biggest of the bunch over here on the west coast. Big stack of earthquakes right there. And they're happening right here next to Clear Lake, which is Smithsonian marked if you want to read it really quick. You can pause it if you need to and read that. But right here is the geothermal pumping operation. This is the true cause of the earthquakes, the drill points that are in the upper reaches of the magma chamber, and then we get steam that's taken out via those turbines. That's where we start. Now we go up here, we have an earthquake swarm going across North Sacramento Valley, just north of the Sutter Buttes, and that's
I reported
west and
this
south.
Sacramento, California earthquake last night on my Facebook. People thought I was crazy. Well, guess what? Now it's on my YouTube channel, live with Dutch.
Butte volcanoes, what I call them, but that's their names. But the Sutter Buttes goes back all the way to the Pleistocene, to the Ice Age. And guess what's on the side of this volcano? A series of pumping operations. Oil and gas. All these pads are different.
What did I say? Oil, gas, fracking. Some of the earthquakes are fracking, folks. That's why I said fracking the other day on my YouTube channel. One of my things. So yeah, this is going to get good, folks. Get ready. You're ready. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome. This is great. This is great stuff. And we got people left and right wanting to help. People from Chicago. People from Washington. People from Miami. People from Florida. Ray Nix wants to help. That's awesome. Bring all that we need. We need a team. We need a Wolverine team to beat their motherfucking ass in the ground.
I think it's wastewater disposal they're doing here. I'm not quite sure. But we're connected all the way across, and we've got our team.
By the way, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly is not even on the game yet. I had to create them. I put the shirts on just like they did on the NXT. Kyle O'Reilly is from Ring of Honor. If you did not know, Ring of Honor is owned by Vince McMahon. Here we go. Usos versus the NXT team. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. This is going to be good. The Undisputed Era. And we're going to go Uso crazy.
Tanks in our pipeline and everything. No jacks though. So, again, it looks like some kind of storage disposal site of some kind for fluids. But it could also be extraction with the number of drill points. Up to the north, we have confirmed oil. So we creep around the outside of the volcano. We go right up here to the north where the earthquakes stop. Well, just north of there, right here, we do have oil pumping. No doubt about it, at all these little pads here. I've already looked that up 1,000 times. So we have oil, we have gas, and we have something going on at the volcano, and we have earthquakes right next to all of it. Think it's tied together?
Yep, you're right.
Now,
it is.
well, like I mentioned, Sunflower and north of Incline Village, then we go down to Mammoth, Mono Lake, and Aurora Bodie Crater. So here we are at Incline Village, North Lake Tahoe, right here. And the earthquake swarm is happening right back here, next to Union Mills, Hinton, Boca. Now that's on the back side of Mount Houghton and Sunflower right here. One of my viewers, Casimiro, I'll give him a
By the way, I made Adam Cole with Matt Hardy's face. I skewed it a little bit, and I put Kevin Nash's hair on him, and then Bobby Fish was kind of a little bit like Wade Barrett's look. I kind of put that in there a little bit, and I put in that M61 guy's face on there. So that's how I did that. So enjoy. I hope y'all enjoy my game designs that I did. It was not easy. I put like 300 game designs on wrestlers, women and men, and over almost 300 arenas, and I don't know how many belts that I created all the way from October till now. So I hope y'all enjoy. I'm doing the best I can, bringing you the news, the WWE superstars, the entertainment. I'm feeling better tonight. I got a little bit of rest that I have not had in a while. And yeah, we're going to need it, because this week is going to be hell on earth for the West Coast. And we got to try our best to get ready for martial law, because it's coming in confiscation guns on the West Coast. Get ready, folks. Get ready. Get ready, folks. That's all I got to say. And all I got to say, if you're on the right side, Snoop, and you're going to take them out with Tupac, more power to you, man. Seriously.
out every night because he did this. He climbed up the mountains here to go check out and see what was going on as the earthquake swarm moved from Steamboat Springs geothermal pumping operation here. Look at these geothermal turbines. Look how many there are. Look how big they are. I mean, they're massive. So they're getting a lot of steam out of here as they've drilled into the upper reaches of Steamboat Springs. There it is. So over to the west, the earthquake swarm crept underneath Sunflower and now resides over here on the western side. It's been bouncing around, and I think that's related to the magma chamber at Steamboat Springs. Next on the list, Mammoth Mountain, Aurora Bodie Crater, and Mono Lake. Well, Mono Lake you can't miss. Here is Mono Lake. Huge. Pahoa Island right in.
Good night, Amy. Appreciate the work you've been doing too. You're doing a great job. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Am I getting it wrong? Okay, no. You are saying goodnight. Shit, my eyes are bad. Sorry, guys. Good night, Amy. Thank you for all the work. You're doing a great job. All I got to say is, get ready. 4 days left until the blood supersonic moon for Israel.
In the middle, and it's a volcanic field. But really, this is the big boy for the area. Now, down to the south of it is Mammoth Mountain, which is currently still experiencing fires back out here, back out behind it. And we've had an earthquake swarm out here for the last year and a half, as well as the mountaintop fracturing off just a few months ago, which they tried to blame on snow. Okay, well, we've got a ongoing swarm at the location for a year and a half. Freak fires breaking out on the backside of the boat.
I know one thing. I want that shirt. I have been warning you since day one-ish. How do you like that, folks? I've been warning you since day one-ish. Makes sense, don't it? Huh? It does. Oh, maybe I'll put that on Facebook.
And a mountaintop fracturing off all in the past year. Now, you're going to have to say those things may be connected, especially when you get activity next to it. Earthquake activity at Pahoa, right next to Pahoa Island and Mono Lake, and right here, Aurora Bodie Crater. And this is a Pleistocene Ice Age blast crater, so it's ancient. Right next to it is a much more younger lava flow, but it too is still somewhat old. You can see the cinder in there. This is like the one in Hawaii, only much smaller. So if you think about the Fissure 8 in Hawaii, the way it formed and it has a sill coming out the side and a lava flow going out across the landscape.
I wonder why it's called Fissure 8. We'll go back to 8/8/18. Makes you want to say Like January the 8th, we had the warning of Hawaii being bombed, but it really wasn't going to be a bomb, was it? It was going to be a volcano erupting because they blew up the volcano. Wait a minute. Hey, Joker, who killed the bus driver? Wait a minute. Hey, Joker, who killed the bus driver? Oh, it was the 9/11 plot for Hawaii. For none other than, just like Hurricane Harvey and Irma and all these other hurricanes from Katrina, they've been trying to take you out one by one during tornadoes and hurricanes. And what did they do? They burn you out of your own houses in California with the fires, with meteors, fake ones, by the way. And you know who's been shooting down your asteroids all this time? None other than Russia, not the United States. Vladimir Putin. You better thank God for Vladimir Putin, because he's the one that's shooting the asteroids. May 8th, an asteroid went past us, and guess what? Guess who blew it up? Russians. And if you don't think they're Christians and they're trying to save your ass, I'm telling you right now, and you know who's jealous? The Democrats and the Republicans. The United States of America is jealous because they're behind. And do you know why we're behind? Because Barack Hussein Obama signed all the executive orders on getting rid of the National Guard, the Marines, shooting our military up in the Middle East. And you want to know why I'm pissed off? They took fucking jobs in 2008. I lost my machine shop job in 2008 because I got injured. I was ready to go back to work, but you cannot pass the physical. That's why people are hurt. That's why people are losing jobs, folks. The bottom line is, you're going to come at us. Oh, snap. We're coming at you. And we're giving you the truth. And we're giving you hell, NWO. Another Scorpion death drop and a Scorpion deathlock by the Stinger. Me, the Scorpion King, bitch.
Down to the ocean. Well, this is a much more viscous, thick lava flow. This is 300 feet high off the desert floor. Look at it. That's all lava flow.
Thanks for the 8 likes.
So you can imagine
but
it
it's
was a
the
very
truth.
thick, viscous flow when it came out. And it was 300 feet high, or piled up 300 feet high. It looks like it was 300 feet high.
Oh, guys, just get ready for tomorrow. Just get ready for tomorrow and the next day. Because I'm going to be dog sitting, and I'm going to scream like Nick Saban. You haven't heard nothing yet. You've seen me scream online before. I'm the classic Hurricane Andrew for a reason, and I'm going to bring in the fucking waves right onto your ass, NWO. I'm going to get Stinger's back, and I'm going to start slapping you upside down, back inside out, until you stop me. You fuck with the wrong ex-CIA agent, and I'm standing up for Kevin Shipp. Come and get me. Come on. You want to bring it? Bring it, son. I've got AR-15s and fucking men waiting on your motherfucking ass.
Because there's not subsequent flows underneath it, meaning that this thing came out, and the one next to it also gives the appearance of a very viscous, thick lava flow that came out on that when it did blow. Okay, that's pretty. I love looking at these things. I could spend all night doing that, but I don't want to waste your time. Going down to the south, we get along the California coast, diagonal line of quakes coming out of San Francisco, 2.0. And that was really last night going into this morning. Let's bump that out of there. And today, throughout the day, 1.3 on one side, 1.4 on the other, and we'll wait for this to refresh, but I don't want to spoil it for you too hard. And right in the middle, 2.4 and 2.3. This is a regular occurrence on the creeping section of the San Andreas, something I've noticed over the past several months, and have made note over the past several weeks publicly, that we get the same size movement on both sides of the creeping section, and then in the middle of whatever area is shifting, we get the largest movement. So on one side a 1.3, on one side a 1.4 to 1.6, in the middle 2s. Larger. And it doesn't matter what the magnitudes are. It could be a 3.0 on one side, a 3.0 on the other, and a 4 in the middle. So it's the largest movement at the middle of the fulcrum point of the section that's moving. New discovery, right? I went and looked. I couldn't find anybody talking about that. As we go down to the south, we get into Southern California, right along the slow slip. This is the creeping section, southern creeping section of the San Andreas here, where these two earthquakes are. And then we get down into the San Andreas, San Jacinto, Elsinore fault zone. Now the Elsinore and the San Jacinto have been being compressed, San Andreas not moving that much, with all the activity going across the San Jacinto, swarming. Well, the swarms stop right about here. You see all these earthquakes right here, I'm highlighting in blue. Just to the east of here is Big Bear. Big Bear is where the two meet up, San Jacinto and San Andreas. So it's no wonder we have a swarm occurring up here. That's where the two meet. And then along the San Jacinto.
Wake up, folks. San Andreas is about to go. You're listening to Dutch, and you're listening to me, and we're like Batman and Robin, okay? He's a little bit smaller than me. I'm a little bit bigger. I'm tall, 6 foot, okay? Batman and Robin's telling you right now to get the fuck out of the Bat Cave.
So we have a slow slip going on, where the North American plate's whole force is being compressed with, well, the whole Pacific, but in this case, along the Pacific coast right here, we have full compression, and the plate is moving, it's shifting, and when it shifts, it causes small vibrations, and in this case, earthquakes, not just vibrations, not just tremors.
Big vibration.
So tremors happen as the plate normally shifts, but if it's shifting a lot, you start getting earthquakes, which are actual fractures and breaks that occur in the plate, whereas tremors are small vibrations as the plate's moving. Earthquakes are breaks in the plate as the plate's locked. Well, this portion's been locked and breaking for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, in a slow slip, in a diagonal line from east of LA down to south of Salton Sea. That's the spot that's been moving for the last year and a half. In the middle, the most movement at Anza Gap. Got articles linked down below in the description of this live stream or video, whichever you're watching. And I'll tell you what, you can go check it out and read it for yourself from the quote-unquote professionals at University of California talking about this spot building up right now.
In Berkeley, California, where I've been getting a lot of my information from ex-scientists that's fucking tired of the damn shit they're doing.
And it's going to be releasing, they don't know when. Once the full force is released, it causes a large earthquake on a nearby fault. Their words. Okay? So, California, moving diagonal line across the coast and across the border, going from northwest to southeast. We get up here, and there are earthquakes that are striking in Oregon. I'm going to put together a full presentation on that. I figured I could just open up the charts tonight and start showing it to you, but I could see how that's going to go really quick. So, up to the north, we have a little bit of activity. This 1.2 coming in on this little brown splotch of a mountain that's here at 27 kilometers north-northwest of Packwood, Washington. Anybody know what's 27 kilometers north-northwest of Packwood, Washington?
Yep.
Let me show you. Mount Rainier. We're right at the crater.
Oh my God. Mount Rainier's about to blow, folks. What the hell is going on? They really are going to kill y'all. West Coast, holy shit. They're going to put y'all on your knees. Holy cow. Y'all shouldn't even voted for the Bible to be out. Oh my God. They're going to kill y'all. Trump and them. Y'all are done. Washington. I'm calling it now. Washington, Utah, Iowa, the East Coast. It's going to go all the way through the east, northeast. The ash is going to go right through there. 32 states gone, folks. You better get your plan ready now. Get you food, some water, get you some guns. Just like Call of Duty has been trying to tell you in all the games. Get ready, okay, folks? I'm letting you know right now. That was the end of that video. I wanted to let you know that. You want more? Come back for more tomorrow. If Felicia shows up tomorrow, it might be 2 on YouTube, 2 live. She's going to sit here in a chair, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to walk like Nick Saban, like I've been doing. I've been like walking the freaking plank and wall floor just like Nick Saban would do at a fucking football game, coaching. And that's what I'm doing. I'm coaching you, and I'm telling you what's coming and what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls of all ages, because the circus that you're watching in Barnum and Bailey Circus went out of business. The circus that you're seeing in Washington, D.C. right now is a distraction of what's about to happen. Y'all have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out for the night. Love you all. God bless. Thank you for the 8 likes. We're going to take down the NWO for the poor people. Fuck them. Share this video. I love you all.